Yeah, he's all quiet and shit. Like.
Take a second, we reflecting with the light, but this the life, I fucking love it. Wouldn't trade it to be white, now that's alright. I got the right at birth, the devil's redefining worth. Someday you'll pay the price. No, I don't break a fold, I need and bake the dough, then recreate the flow. They think they making though, what they forsake is so essential. Over lentils, get your issue. Guess who's on this instrumental with you? Gives a damn if we was family, view unread and call it spam. I'm not a fan of Antichrist, they slayed the man, I swayed the Tim like here I am, the son of Sam is taking shots at David Berkowitz. Pussy. A different discipline existed in this New York state of mind. Say sin, not no, not the actor, but the year he's effort. Not one thing in mind to grind until this gavel turned his words to mirth from Babel.
Yeah. We watch Peaky Blinders and shoot. Is it on there? You see on this too? That's it. We come in packed, man.
No. This is the first launch. On the weekend, just 500.
The weekend like 3 times though.
That's what I'm saying. The first one.
Weekend 1, the Wimrush, the Next Generation, and in the 90s. Bang, I just come again. Like, I got dip.
So at first, 500. The second time it started to go for thousands, the more thousands.
The Lord loved us so much that in our poverty, in our hell, I'm going to come and deliver them broken, destroyed, messed up, poor, impoverished people. I'm going to save.
Yo niggas ain't tough. Yo niggas ain't tough.
Hey, Shalom Israel. YAHANNA, Yahweh Shema on the thug by Shimmy shout out all the sisters, man. Listen, it's Captain 13,000 and called up around checking in with the Israelite school of UPK under Commander Junior
Power, and you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that?
Listen, man, this year's 52nd annual Passover. Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. This year's 52nd annual Passover under Commander YAHANNA under the I.S.U.P.K. Couldn't do it last year. Y'all already know the Lord had his foot on our oppressor's neck.
Here in New York City, there are roughly 1,000 cases a day. Those are numbers they haven't seen since May.
Can't do it in New York this year because the Lord still got his foot on our oppressor's neck.
New York, the center of the outbreak this spring, is now teetering on another deadly explosion of the virus.
But listen to me good. This year, 52nd annual Passover, April 24th, 2021. You understand? It's gonna be in H-Town, baby.
It's gonna be at the B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do. Huh?
2021, I.S.U.P.K, 52nd annual Passover. All the generals gonna be there. All the heavy hitters gonna be there. The daughters of Zion gonna step out with their beautiful long dresses, you understand? Strong on deck. That One West style music on deck. 52nd annual Passover.
B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Get with it to get lost, man.
Got it out the mud, straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I'm siding with the Lord, of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go. We a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. They say I'm in the cult. They say a nigga lost, but I done lost it all. Family and all. They get involved. They just wanna fall. Some wanna stall. Back against the wall. We gon' show them all. I don't wanna be in land of the slaves. We are not afraid. We are not the same. I done seen death, nigga, look them in his eyes. My higher man told me don't look surprised. Them haters gon' try, but them devils gon' cry. I don't wanna side, nigga, I just wanna ride. I don't wanna hide what I really feel inside. Them devils gonna pay for what they did to mine. Look me in my eyes. I want 7 wives, I want 7 kids. I want them to know that it was no hope, that it was no joke. This is how it goes. I do it with no chasing. I mean no hesitation. Come on, Lord, we waiting. Look at what they saying. I can't let it be. I can't turn it cheese for what they did to you and what they did to me. They say I'm in the cult. I guess I'm in too deep. I guess it's really deeper than it really needs to be. Forever is one West. Forever we the best. You don't want to test. There's only one West. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. See, get that under the yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
Wages of sin, death to your cult leader. You ain't one West, so you don't know scripture. Nah, you ain't in the truth, so we don't know niggas. Look, I had to change my ways, I don't know sinning. Got the name changed, not to Zavia, how would I? How was I ever in the world? I gotta ask myself. Man, the white man, the devil, I ain't imagining putting this in the hill, but my people can't imagine hell. I'm in the field with black natives and Hispanics. Never got my sword, and I don't panic like my gun. The church and house is shaking, they just want some time. And you could go against the law, but you won't survive. M.O.K. had a dream, we get burnt alive. Want me to love my enemies, the worst of vice. If you ain't U.P.K, then you don't worship Christ. If you don't worship Christ.
Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, listen, I'm a cult leader. Yeah.
Is it? All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. This is On the Ends, episode 36. You know, everyone clap it up, clap it up. As per usual, show down a bit. Show down a bit. All right, cool, no sweat. As usual, we got a powerful lesson, you know, powerful podcast for you, man. Lined up. The Officer Donga Bar in here. Got Trooper Quarters are in here. Huh? All right, don't sweat. Let's move down on the camera a second, a bit. And you know how we do it, man. Just give me 1 second, one more commercial, then we're gonna start.
For Yahweh Shah, Mashiach Christ. And
fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get back up, get back up, get back up, get back, get back. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take breath, 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 take breath. My soldiers take breath till I'm stand down. Take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath. Take breath, take breath. My soldiers take breath till I'm stand down. Take breath, take breath, take breath. Now this ain't no movement, this is take down. We would not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I'm down for every man back. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom with an hourglass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit to pray up to the Lord. I told you, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuilt, cause you made a truce. For the race to make merchandise, how to buy bills. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas started to argue, it's about who gon' like the bullet. He gon' take round, take round, take round. Approaches better move slow. Attack dog for this truth, nigga, cool zone. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get back, 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 get back. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take breath, 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 take breath. My soldiers take breath till I'm stand down. Take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath. Take breath, take breath. My soldiers take breath till I'm stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sit, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with the weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, around the will I prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt gon' meet the doc. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret what that means. Fall of his age, comparing me to you, really ain't no contest. Lonely one wish, lonely one wish. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up, I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Get back, get back, get back, back up, get back, get back, get back, back up, get back, get back. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take breath, 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 take breath. My soldiers take breath till I'm stand down. Take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath, take breath. My soldiers take breath till I'm stand down.
There you go, man. It's all about that warfare, man. So anyway, let me get into quickly. It's like, you know. So last week or 2 weeks ago, a Somali man died. Somali man must have died in Cardiff. And everyone went down there protesting and crying for him. What did I say, man? I said, if you're in the I.S.U.P.K, you should not go down there and protest, man. Don't go down there and support it, man. I'm gonna show you why you shouldn't go do that, man. So first, I'm gonna show you the video with everyone protesting and supporting the Somali man that died. The Somali man, you know, it's a shame. Police did him wicked, and you know he should get justice. But black man, listen, this is a fight, man. So I'm gonna show you the clip of the Somali man. Then I'm gonna show you why you should have not protested. And if you did, and you're a black man, shame on you, man.
Right.
What?
It's real over here. You see what they done for George Floyd. And I'm so happy that so many people have turned out for Bahamu today. So thank all of you. But we have to stand up. And the officers that done this have to get arrested. And they have to get prosecuted as well. Release the footage. Release the footage. Release the footage. Release the footage. I'm behind this voice is going, but please let's get a chance going. We can't let these guys rest. Please stand up for Mahmoud. Say his name. 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 Thank you.
And listen, that was a protest, man. That was a protest, what, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? And black people was down there supporting, man. What's his name? I've got his name already. Mahmoud, man. Mahmoud got killed by the police. Police twist him up, mash him up. And now he's dead, man. And, you know, it's a shame. But that ain't our beef, man. That ain't our war, man. Right. So I'm going to show you some incidents of why we shouldn't have been down there. Because you don't see Somali people when it comes to... you don't see Somali people come to protest when black people die, man. Right. You don't see that. So I'm going to show you why black people shouldn't go there, man. Someone chime in real quick.
All right, we're going to show you why we shouldn't go to them protests, man. But the thing is, they use us to march for them. So when something happens to them, they make it like, okay, everybody who's non-white is involved. Meanwhile, when we get killed, nobody else is involved. Like the Somalians don't come and march with us. Africans don't come and march with us when we get killed. But when one of them get killed, they make it like this affects all of us.
That's right.
But when we get killed, it doesn't affect none of them. So they will have us out there saying Mahmoud and whatever his name is, saying Mahmoud. The thing is this, man, we shouldn't care about no Mahmoud, man. We got enough. We got our own problems. Let them do their own protests. And then what they do is they feed off of the Black Lives Matter protest, man. Because they see how we've marched for the injustice, what's happened to our people. So then they try and make out like they're black. So now you got these Africans coming out in movies acting like they're black,
That's
getting
right.
awards and stuff. What's the name? John Boyega and whatever his name is. And the next one, Daniel Kulayu. What's his name?
I can't pronounce it, but but the one from Get Out and shit. Yeah, man.
And they pretend that they pretend like we're doing this for black people, really, man. They're just doing it because it's cool to be black and it's cool, and they're getting paid off it, man.
That's right.
They don't really care about what black people are going through, but they will act out in all the movies like they're part of us, like they know what's going on. Honestly, they couldn't care less, man. Go ahead.
That's right, man. So this YouTuber, Somali YouTuber, man, you know, Somalis are doing it big right now. Now she realizes she ain't black. And this is what she says, man. She goes, Somalis are not black. Just because I've got melanin in my body doesn't mean I'm black. Black wasn't meant for us Somalis. We were not slaves. See that black man? The only one to be you when it comes time to rapping, man. The only one to be you when it's coming time for a protest, man. And they want some justice. That's when they want to be black. But this Somali woman telling you she ain't black, man. She's saying just because she got melanin don't mean she's black. And that's what we've been saying at the I.S.U.P.K, man. For years, since 1969. We've told our brothers, listen, you're not African. And our brothers don't believe us, man. So let's what? Let a Somali girl tell you, man. Let a Somali girl tell you, man. She goes, she's not black. Only because she got melanin does not make her black, man. She's saying she wasn't a slave, man. She's saying she's better than you. She's saying, I'm not one of you. Nah, you're not slaves, man. I'm a whole different person, man. So anyone talking about being melanated makes you black, it don't, man. Right. It don't, man. It says, we were not slaves. We had slaves, meaning we weren't slaves. We had you in slavery. We weren't the slaves. We had you in slavery, man. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it mixed up, man. Right. We don't want to be you. That's what they're telling us. But 2 weeks ago, was they saying that? 2 weeks ago, she herself wanted black people to come and protest with her, man. But at the drop of a hat, they will let you know that they're the same as us, man. And we're not the same as them, man. Right. In fact, we are better than them, man. Right. We are greater than them, man. Black people use the word black to identify themselves because they have no lineage to fall back on. This woman's dropping some heat, man. She's saying, listen, we could never be you. You're not a slave. You don't know where you're coming from. You just call yourself black because you got nothing else to call yourself, man. And guess what? The I.S.U.P.K been saying that since 1969. And if you don't believe it from us, believe it from the people that you love so much, man. That's right. The Rastafarians go all the way to Ethiopia, man, which is next door to well, not far from Somalia, man. And this is what they think about you, man. They want to bring in what we want.
Listen, man. Somalians, man, hate black people.
Put the mic close.
Somalians hate black people, man. And this shows. And all the time we try to love them and go to Ethiopia and claim that Somalians are black and the one with us. What she's letting you know is they ain't us, man. Like she said, they ain't slaves, man. Right. Which is true. They know that the Somalian, they speak their own language, man. They know that we ain't us. And listen, man, we should know that we ain't them, man. Right. And her running her mouth, being disrespectful, man. We don't want to be Somalian anyway, man.
Right.
Somalians ain't even decent looking people, man.
That's right.
Listen, no. Listen, Somalians don't even like saying they're Somalian.
That's right.
Somalians try to hide their race. Why? Because being a Somalian doesn't hold no weight, man.
That's right.
Being a Somalian means nothing, man. Like being a Somalian, it means the bare minimum. Like you say to someone, "Yo, I'm a Somalian," that hold no weight, man. When I say, "Yo, my background's Jamaican," that holds some weight, man.
That's right.
I'm Somalian. What weight was that hold, man?
That's right.
Who mentions day to day? Who even notices Somalians exist, man?
It's like but growing up, the word Somalian was a diss, man. Right. The word Somalian was a cuss word. A black man was shut up, man. You black Somalian. I'm like, ooh, you didn't just say that, man. Imagine they're laughing at our lineage when we was growing up. Their lineage was an insult, man. Right. It was something to laugh at. It was damn near a swear word, man. It was damn near a swear. Their lineage was fight words, man. You call a man Somalian, that was a fight right there, man. And they got the nerve to say we ain't black. Now they've come to England and they've fixed up a little bit. They got the nerve to say, oh, we ain't them niggas, man. Obsessed with Black Lives Matter, but when one of our Somali people are killed unjustly, where are they? Where's the support? And listen, black people are the reason why you can even come to England, man. We paved the way. Got the nerve to worry about where are they. Listen, we're not going to no Somali man. Listen, one Somali man dies, man. Just one Somali man died. And she's moaning because black people didn't support her movement, man. Because black people didn't support her movement. Listen, she's letting you know that black people and Somali people are two different races of people. She's letting you know that. The Somali is darker than brothers, man. And she's saying, regardless of color, there are two separate people, man. And the Bible says the same thing. Right. Somalis come from Kush and we come from Shem, man. We're a royal bloodline. And it's a shame that we're so lost that it takes somebody who's nothing to let us know this, man. She thinks she's better than us and she's making the difference. When black man, you're supposed to make the difference. You're supposed to say, nah, I ain't one of them. Nah, man, have you seen their forehead? Nah, man, I ain't one of them, man. Nah, see, my forehead is normal, man. My forehead is regular, man. Right. You made some Somali turn up her face at us, man, and make the difference, man. Like she's better than us. Like she's better than us, man. Black man, we came here, we paid our way to England, man. They come on the back of lorries, man. Right. They come on the back of lorries, man. So Lakia, where's the support? If you want to say, oh, you're black because of your race, if being a color puts you in a specific race group, why not bring in those who have a whole lot more melanin than us? Oh my God, this girl's on fire, man. This girl's saying everything that we've been saying since 1969, man. She's saying everything that we were saying from 1969. We said, listen, being dark skinned don't make you black, man. Right. And this Somali woman saying the same thing, man. To all you Rasta man that say, nah, man, Ethiopia and Somali. Listen, this Somali woman saying, listen, having dark skin does not make us the same race. Right. And she's absolutely correct, man. It's a shame my father couldn't hear this, man. So Lakia, he probably would have been a Rasta, man. So Lakia, man. It's a shame all the Rasta men need to hear this, man. The word black or white, as in races, were literally made up a few decades ago, if not a century. The tone of your skin doesn't push you into a race. What others see when they look at you seems like a problem, but you as a Somali do not share the same culture, struggle, or ancestry as those who are black. You have your own country. Oh, she's on flames today. Listen, you're a Rastaman out there. Listen, you need to call in, man. You need to call in. Listen, I got one of your Ethiopian empresses, man. One of your Nubian queens saying that you and them ain't the same, man. So lock you need to call in, man. So listen, she's saying something that goes against his Rastafarian doctrine, man. Goes against the Afrocentric doctrine, man. She's saying that she has her own country. So I thought we're all African. She didn't say, oh, no, your country is my country. She didn't say, well, black people come from Africa, we're all one. She said, this is our country, man. Black people don't have their own country, man. Right. And culture. They don't know their great-great-great-great-grandfather. You have your culture and family. For fuck's sake, you know where your ancestor is buried. If you meet someone from Europe and identify them as white, most, if not all, would be offended. Why? And which is true, man. If you meet someone from Europe and go, oh, are you European? They'll go, like, what? They'll be offended. Because in Europe, there's countries, there's France, there's Germany, there's, Turkey and whatever. And people want to be identified as their countryman, not just the continent where they're at. A continent consists of many different countries. And that's what she's saying. She's saying she knows where a great grandfather was buried, man. And black people, we don't know where ours are buried. Why? Because ours were put in chains. Right. Ours were burnt alive and lynched and hanged, man. We were destroyed. We don't have no culture of our own. We go to church. Why? Because we got another man's culture for ours. We go to the mosque. Why? Because we want to be Somali, man. We got a Rasta turban on our head. Why? Because we want to be like the Ethiopians and the East Indians, man. We don't have a culture. Why? Because we was conquered. Because they identify themselves where they are from, either they're Polish, Irish, Italian, but Somalians easily claim to be black. The black people that are repping do not give a damn about you as a Somalian. Listen, I sure don't. I don't know about most brothers. I don't know about most brothers, but I sure don't, man. So like, yeah, do you? I sure don't, man. Listen, what she's saying ain't offending me in no way, shape, or form, man. Listen, she's supporting my cause. I've been saying this, man. No Somali man can come in here. Right. While she's trying to turn up her face at black people, say, "Oh, we're not you." Listen, we teach that we're not you neither, man. Right. My sons would never marry one of your daughters, man. Right. My daughters would never marry one of your sons. You can't come in here, man. You can't come in here. You can't be around us, man. Right. And I'm gonna get a better one. My people are better than yours, man. Right. She said that black people are not African and we're separate race of people. She's right, man. But guess what? Even though we're separate, my race is better than yours, man. That's what makes us separate. What makes us separate is that we're two different people. And my race is better than your race, man. That's right. Their women hate us because their men fantasize us. So like a dog about, please. Where's she living, man? Where's she living, man?
She must be on about the rest of the men in it could only be them.
So locking at us, man. We like girls with decent, proportionate size. Y'all boss me like a dog. So like it's a you move like a ninja.
Listen, I'm listening to you going on there, man. I was enjoying it when the outside.
So like I see me shot like a ninja just creeping in the okay, I see you, man.
Listen, man, I come in where I come in, you know what I mean? I come in where I fit in.
Okay. In the Salman world, where would that be? In the back?
Yeah, listen. Bad man don't play nothing in the back. Only back a girl. Only the back a girl still. And still we deal with the front.
Okay. You like after dog about father, man. You don't like when man whine on girl. He said, "Yo, it's a bad man. Don't dance with bottom."
Listen, bad man don't dance with two step. You see what I mean? Every now and then we let loose.
So what's the deal in DC, sir? No more rioting. Anything popping off?
Now, right now they had the whole place locked down. A whole ton of zinc fence everywhere. National Guard. They scared big time of more not lone terrorists, but some of them groups who still on the outside. You know what I mean? Might try something. You know what I mean?
Okay. As long as they make Commander YAHANNA will be the Proud Boys tomorrow, is it?
Tomorrow is the day, boy. Tomorrow is the day. You know what I mean? Tomorrow. Hold on. Listen, you plugged me in early. I think I had the thing right here. Hold on 1 second.
See? Come on. This is that Salman shit we're talking about.
Tomorrow, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. Eastern time. Bear with me. 9 p.m. Eastern time. That's what? 2 a.m. UK time. You know what I mean? Bloodshed round 2. Commanding General YAHANNA taking on them Proud Boys, slaughtering the Proud Boys again. This time we're gonna go more into their cause and show them their errors. Especially this one here, the leader Enrique Tarrio, who is a brother. You know what I mean? He's a brother. He's from the tribe of Manasseh, but he lost. He lost all the way he could be lost. You know what I mean? So tomorrow 9 p.m. Eastern time, y'all go check out Commanding General YAHANNA channel. It's called Commanding General YAHANNA. Go check it out on YouTube. Let me see if I can pull it up so everybody could, see. Go subscribe. Hit that subscribe right now. Commanding General YAHANNA. If you're on YouTube, you can just type in I.S.U.P.K Black Watch, or you type in his name, Commanding General YAHANNA, and the channel is going to come up. All right, the channel is going to come up. All right, when you type it in, correct? If I could just get the screen share for a second. When you type it in, this is what you're going to see. Everybody can see it. Let me remove that that junk right there. This is what you'll see. All right, when you type it in, you see right there to the top. This is the channel. All right, Commanding General YAHANNA, and of course they have all everything Commanding General YAHANNA. But when you actually click the channel, this is what the channel looks like. All right, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the bell. You know what I mean, so you could get everything. Tons of videos, tons of good info. You know what I mean? You could go watch this one right here, the Proud Boys video, part 1. You could go watch part 1 so you could catch up on it, right? Go watch part 1, you could catch up on it because tomorrow night is going to be part 2. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So go like, subscribe, share. Yeah, I mean. But listen, I had to come in and back you up on that thing there with the what you was just talking about.
And the wickedest thing is, one of their brothers died just the other day, and we went. Well, not me, but brothers went to the protest, man. So luck, yeah.
one of who brothers? One of them Somalian people.
Yeah, so Mohammed something must have died in Cardiff in Wales, and brothers were in the protest, man, supporting that. So it goes to show that listen, them brothers wasted their time, man. Should have saved their train ticket or their petrol money, man. You know what I mean?
That's right.
It's crazy. Like we don't understand who we are, but they do. You know what I mean? If I could play this video here, just the first few seconds. I think this is in Philly. I believe this is in Philadelphia somewhere. This is a Nigerian bus driver, and this is a Benjamite sister. What happened was, okay, just so just like in the UK, the buses, they under a certain type of schedule, right? And they had to keep the time. So sometimes they put up at the stop, and if you run in to catch the bus, they ain't gonna wait on you. You know what I mean? They drive off. You know what I mean? So apparently the sister see he was about to drive off, and she get in front of the bus, in front of it like this. So he had to stop, and he mad because he's saying he could have run her over or whatever. But if the fact of the matter is, if that was a white woman, he'd have stopped for her.
That's right.
And if that was a white woman, he was not pulling off, and he would have had nothing to say. But they start arguing back and forth, and this is what he chooses to say. He doesn't. His initial thing is not the fact that she could have gotten killed or whatever. He ain't make no joke with her, but this is what he chooses to say. Listen real clear, right?
I saw head from your mouth. I saw head. No, I don't do that. I'm Nigerian American. I'm Caribbean American. I'm Nigerian American. We are not brought up like that. I'm a Christian. You don't know what I said?
You hear what he's saying?
Yeah, I'm Nigerian America.
He said, no, not that. Not just that. He said, I'm Nigerian American. I'm not Caribbean American or American who was born here, meaning Black American. You understand? So he telling her right there, I ain't like y'all to run in front of the bus and stop the bus. He said, I was brought up better than that. I don't use bad words. I'm not, he said, don't get it wrong. I'm Nigerian American. I'm not Caribbean American or the Black Americans born here. I'm going to play it again.
I saw head from your mouth. I saw head. No, I don't do that. I'm Nigerian American. I'm Caribbean American. I'm Nigerian American. We are not brought up like that. I'm a Christian.
See, we are not brought up like that, meaning we not like you dirty niggas. We are not like y'all. We don't talk like y'all. We better than y'all. But you driving the bus though. You driving the bus, but we better than y'all.
That's right.
Them Hamites and them, brother, they know who they are, they know who we are. And they ain't got no respect for us. None.
That's right. Boy. As quite as I would say, boy, sir.
Boy, sir.
So Slacky, sir, quick thing. There's a brother here called Bouncer. You know what I mean? There's a brother, and he does like promotion. I think he come out of jail. He's good friends with 2 rappers called Captain Conan, and I believe he does MMA as well. I think it's MMA. So it's up against him and one Hamite want to do some boxing for charity. I love the brother, man, but boy, this Hamite looks like gonna kill him, man. If I can just play the quick video and let you think, let you ask who you think will win.
No sweat.
Arms fully on. All this smack talk on the internet. Fight accepted. Sign that contract. You might be able to bench press 300 kg. I got 300 bags to punch you in your face. This ain't no prop money, you know. No prop money, bread, yeah? No prop money, bro. Sign the contract, bro. But
a fresh from Muhammad. I come for nothing. Let's go. Yes, Antua. Let's go. Yes. Let's go. Let's go. Down. Right. 1, 2. 1, 2. Right. And roll. Hey, master. First shit. Are you done? You're not ready.
So lucky, sir. I don't know if Bouncer got this one. I love Bouncer, my brother, but boy, this Hamite kind of.
If it's one thing I know Hamites know how to scam people.
That's right.
I know Hamites know how to scam. You see all that noise he making with the pads there. The trainer is slapping his glove. He's not.
Come forward with the.
He's not punching. You know, he's not. That ain't coming from him punching. That coming from him slapping, slapping. That's just like a warm-up drill. That ain't actual power drill. You get me? And the first dude, the dude with the money, is he a boxer?
Neither of them are professional boxers, but this brother went to jail. Like he likes to go to the gym, hit the pads and whatnot, but not a professional boxer now.
I mean, if you could last big boy for about 45 seconds to a minute, he gonna get winded. Yeah, I mean, he gonna get winded. Yeah, I mean, but if you stand up and he hits you flush, it's gonna be over. It's gonna be over. You know what I mean? And the other brother is an Israelite.
The first brother, yeah, is a brother. Second one's clear Hamite, man. But yo, oh no, listen, David took Goliath down with the stones. You know what I mean? So
I have my money, brother. I have my money.
I'll let you know when it goes down. We'll put a bet on it.
Yeah, I definitely have my money on the brother. Yeah.
Speaking about a gamble, we're gonna go into Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank's a British boxer. He's known for being like prestige and speaking the Queen's language and has the little eyeglass thing you put here. He's known for it, but one time was a boxer. So last week he went on the P.S. Morgan show for an interview, and this is what P.S. Morgan was, saying to this brother.
Your father was Irvin, your mother was Ina. They come over to the UK from Jamaica in the early 60s, and you have 3 older brothers and a sister. What was it like for your parents as newly arrived immigrants to the UK in that era, do you think?
So, the Windrush period. So, our mothers comforted this country. And our fathers helped rebuild the country from the Second World War. They came here and they worked. And my father, it seemed to me, loved this country so much that somehow I feel I'm carrying it on. I'm carrying on that love of this country. So, Piers, integration is who I am.
I have a picture of your mother.
You look like you want to cry, man.
There.
So we're getting to the second part, the 2-part video, but the first part, that's Christianity right there. The man said integration is who I am.
Listen, and his mouth and face had a quiver like he want to cry. You pull it back just when he say that. He act like he want to cry, like I'm a good slave. He's like, integration is just who I am. God damn. You look so purple, like. That's It's right there.
You know, Piers, integration is who I am.
I have a picture of your.
So like I said, so integration is who he is. I'm not sure if he knows how black people's integrated, man. I'm not sure if he knows the discrimination and police brutality and the Teddy boys beating up black people. I'm not sure if he knows how this integration came to place.
Right.
He makes out like the integration was nice and lovely and was flush and easy. It wasn't easy, man. What's the luck, yeah? Any for the sentence there before I move on? I want to get into a second part.
I mean, don't go by your own chime in on them.
Actually, we'll watch the second part and then come back.
I got you.
Mother. There. She left the family home when you were 8 years old, and she left to go and live in New York, and you stayed in London with your father and your siblings. Did your father give any explanation at the time?
No.
So you just weren't told?
No, I wasn't told.
Your father was a gambler, he was a womanizer, he was quite violent with you guys if you misbehaved. Is that fair?
No, that's not violence, no. You know, my father taking his belt off that's not violence, that's steering.
It's still violence.
That's what it's called today. Okay, and I can't talk of what they speak of today. I know that you can't talk today about, discipline, but without it, these youngsters are going to become menaces to themselves. Never mind.
Well, you went through a rough time at school. You were expelled multiple times.
Can I ask you, did you just purposely cut me off?
No, I understand exactly.
That's integration for you, nigga.
Become menaces to themselves.
that nigga integrate the cut off right there for you.
66.
Cancer. But like I said, do you notice how quickly he went to attack his dad? This man, his mom left and went to New York, and the dad took the kids, man. And even then, they found a way to oppress a black man and make a black man feel low. So your father was a womanizer, he was a this and a gambler.
Put him and Pierce on the screen if you could find a part with two of them on the screen and just, or a better one where they're like sideways. I ain't sure if you could find it, if at all. But okay, so if you don't have a better, that's the wild right there, the one before.
I couldn't find it.
No, it was before, wherever it was before. Yeah, so okay, the thing about it is he's basically telling Pierce it's okay to attack my father by the first statement he made. You get me? Like that first statement he made, he really tell Pierce, it's okay to talk shit about me because, I am integration. Integration came from. Boy, I don't want to go too deep. Let me let y'all start first. I'm going to go last because I'm going to talk about the whole thing with this bullshit. It's so weak on this brother's part. And Pierce being the devil he is, a white man, he's a predator. He's going to swoop in on that thing that's weak. You understand?
Can. So like I said, I think the public said they couldn't hear it too tough. Let me just play it back one more time. I'll play it back because people in the chat saying they couldn't hear the clip. The clip is a bit low, but what I do is I play it a different way. So I can done, but I'm chime in one sec when I get sorted.
I got a book here that after we play the video, I'm just gonna get Potazar to read something out of the book because it seems like Chris Eubank is talking about the integration like the British really wanted us here, man. He's making that like they really wanted us here, but in the book it's gonna let you know what happened and how we ended up here.
Right.
Obviously, because we were the colony of the British, automatically that kind of allowed us, but really by the books it allowed us, but they tried to make every excuse to not allow us, man. Right. Meanwhile, everyone else was allowed to come here. Like, we're going to read in the book how it lets you know that 127,000 Polish people came here with their families, man. They got to come here for free with their families. Meanwhile, the Windrush generation had to do what? Come here on their own. they had to pay a fee to come here. They're half the price for them to come on the Windrush. Whereas the Pope had to come with their whole family, their wives, their children.
Dumgaba, do my favor. Put the mic a little closer till let me hear if the sound will be a little bit louder.
Can you hear me now, sir?
Yeah, super clear now, bro. You'll have to get them mics a little closer. That's why I say if you want, you can take them off the stand. But when you hold the mic closer to your mouth, it's a whole different sound. I know everybody listening gonna hear you better and gonna be able to type in. Yeah, it sounds way better now. Yeah, go ahead, Doa.
So yeah, our trip here, we're no easy trip. Like what he said is, he said his parents worked hard. You know, I brought a few books today. His parents did work hard, man. In one of the books, I can show you how hard they worked, man. I can show you how that most of them was like there's this notion that Caribbean people was lazy, when the truth is, what you will realize is when they left the Caribbean, 80% of them was skilled workers. That's what 80% of them were skilled workers. And then once they came here, the white man didn't want to give them jobs and claimed, oh, the immigrants and they can't speak English and so forth. When it was recorded that the people of the Caribbean was smarter than the white man. They said it was smart. I'm gonna have Quatazar read this out of the book. This book's called
One second. If I could play the video again.
Oh yeah, quickly play.
Because it was low. I got a better way to make it louder. Slack here.
We're gonna play the video, then we're gonna read the book.
Your father was Irvin, your mother was Ina. They come over to the UK from Jamaica in the early 60s, and you had 3 older brothers and a sister. What was it like for your parents as newly arrived immigrants to the UK in that era, do you think?
So, you know, the Windrush period. So, you know, our mothers comforted this country. And our fathers helped rebuild the country from the Second World War. They came here and they worked. And my father, it seemed to me, loved this country so much that somehow I feel I'm carrying it on. I'm carrying on that love of this country. So, you know, Piers, integration is who I am.
I have a picture of your mother. There. She left the family home when you were 8 years old, and she left to go and live in New York, and you stayed in London with your father and your siblings. Did your father give any explanation at the time?
No.
So you just weren't told?
No, I wasn't told.
Your father was a gambler, he was a womanizer, he was quite violent with you guys if you misbehaved. Is that fair?
No, that's not violence, no. No. You know, my father taking his belt off that's not violence, that's steering.
It's still violence.
That's what it's called today. Okay, and I can't talk of what they speak of today. I know that you can't talk today about, you know, discipline, but without it, you know, these youngsters are going to become menaces to themselves. Never mind.
But you went through a rough time at school. You were expelled multiple times.
Can I ask you, did you just purposely cut me off?
I understand exactly what you were saying.
That's integration, nigga. Integration is the white man purposely cutting your ass off. What the fuck you want? Like, what you want? You want to have the white man woman, have his money, have his acceptance, and then you still want to be able to talk when you want? No, nigga, shut up. I'm talking. This is my show. It's called P.S. Morgan, not Chris Eubanks.
That's right.
Boy, dummy. Salaki, go ahead.
So now we're going to read this out of this book's called The Windrush Betrayal. So now, and it's true what he said, they loved England, and in the Caribbean, there's articles where they say that they knew more about England than they did Jamaica, man. In school, what they used to sing about was snow, and in Jamaica, they ain't ever seen snow, man. They got that from what? From the English, from the English books that they was reading. Like most people don't know that in the Caribbean, the same curriculum that you study is the English curriculum, man. You study the Shakespeare books and the John Keats poems, man. And that's what they were studying. In Jamaica, you also had to sing the songs, God Save the Queen, God Save the King, Britannia Rules the Waves. They had to sing that also. So now they used to tell them that England is
England is the mother country. So they used to see it like, you know what, we need to come to England because how these white men are living. If we go to England, we're going to live like them, not realizing black people never live like white people, man. Right. And we're going to show you out of this book how much they hate black people. Read this, page 99.
Right.
Page 99. The tone is odd when you consider that Britain had a severe post-war labor shortage.
So now, after World War II, there was a labor shortage, man. Caribbean people think that the white man wanted them here after World War II when really he didn't, man. Read on.
And was desperate for workers from abroad to come and help rebuild the country.
So they needed the country rebuilded. Why? Because the Germans was dropping bombs all over England, man. They dropped them. What did they call them bombs? The doodle bombs. They called them the doodle bombs, man. Were bombs that used to make a noise, used to drive them over fly them over the English Channel, and they blew up Woolworths and them kind of things. So half the country was destroyed, so they needed laborers to build England back. Go ahead.
The explanation is that officials were mostly hoping for white Europeans.
Hold on, the laborers that they wanted were what?
Well, hoping for white Europeans.
They didn't want black people over here, man. They wanted white Europeans over here.
Salaka. Dagobah he's that fireman. Carry on. Salaka, carry on.
Listen, I don't know what he over there holding back missiles are.
And we're much less comfortable with the idea of black West Indians.
Hold on, they were much more what?
Much less comfortable.
They was less comfortable, man, meaning they didn't want black West Indians in England, man, really. But go ahead.
Right. With the idea of black West Indians laborers. In 1946, the government had estimated that the country needed an extra 1,346,000 workers.
So they needed 1,346,000 workers. That's how much workers they needed to build England back. Go ahead.
With government assistance, more than 100,000 members of the Polish armed forces.
Hold on, go ahead.
Who had fought against the Germans were given permission to settle with their families in the UK.
See, so they gave these Polish permission to settle with their families in the UK, man. Meaning what? They got to come over here with their wife and children for free. Whereas when Caribbean people came over here, they couldn't afford it, so they had to send one man at a time.
Right.
And then after that, you had to work and then send for your children. They allowed the Polish to come over here with their whole family, man. And these are the real laborers that they wanted to work for them. Go ahead.
That's right. And another 80,000 Ukrainians.
Another 80 what?
80,000 Ukrainians.
They also let 80,000 Ukrainians come over, man, at the same time with their families, also with their children. Go ahead.
Latvians and Polish.
They let Latvians and Polish people come over, man. That's why there's so much Polish people in the UK, so much Latvians in the UK. This is around the time when they came over. So our oppressor allowed them to come in and settle with their children and their family, gave them jobs, promised them different stuff. Go ahead.
Were recruited under the European Voluntary Workers Scheme.
So they was recruited under the European Voluntary Workers Scheme. Go ahead.
Between 1946 and 1962, around 50,000 Irish labourers made their way to England every year.
And then 50,000 Irish labourers made their way to England every year. So England's letting all these number of people come in. Meanwhile, they're mad at the Caribbean people. Meanwhile, at this time, only 500 of them tried to come over at this time.
That's right.
So only 500 Caribbean people was trying to come over at this time. And they was mad about it. Meanwhile, they let 150,000 Latvians or Polish come in and they didn't say nothing about it. Read on.
Prompting almost no discussion about the potential social consequences of the influx. In 1946, around 6,500 Italians arrived.
Now they're letting Italians come also. So they let all these nations come, man. And you don't see them having some Windrush and talking about the lost records and the need to deport the Latvians and the Ukrainians. There's none of that, man. Like, they're here and they're here to stay. Meanwhile, we came around the same time as them and they've been trying to get rid of us ever since. Read on.
Next decade, around another 8,000 were made welcome.
And they made 8,000 more welcome. Read on.
But there was such unease at the idea that West Indians might also step forward to help that officials had been taking active steps to discourage them.
So now they hated Caribbean people so much that they sent a man to the Caribbean to convince us there's no jobs in England, man. Right. They said they had a million, they needed 1 million laborers, and then now they've sent a man to the Caribbean to say there's no jobs there. Why are you going to England? Because they didn't want all these black people in England. Read on.
Listen, hold on, Dongova, hold on. Hold on, my youth. Listen now. That is so heavy. I'm gonna tell you why that's so heavy. They also have a word for that, and it's called misinformation or disinformation, right? Where he promotes the lie because he don't want you there. What? Tell me another time that he did the same thing. Come on. How you say it? Come on, man.
Is it with the COVID-19 vaccination?
Come on. Listen, that is such the white man. Like, he find gold, don't go over there. It's trash over there. You know what I mean? He find fire, don't go over there. It's freezing cold. You don't want that. Listen, the white man is the devil, the Bible
That's
speaks.
right.
Devil means deceiver. Listen, I'm sure you all heard this. If the white man tell you good morning, go to sleep. If he tells you good night, wake up. If he tells you go outside, go inside. If he tells you go inside, go outside. Like him talking all this talk about, the vaccine is going to turn you into a mutant. It's going to give you it's Bell's palsy? Not Bell's. I forget the other, the thing where you have, it's like you get a stroke on one side of your face.
Cerebral palsy, sir.
Huh?
Cerebral palsy.
No, cerebral is the brain one. There's one now they're saying again from the vaccine where, it kind of paralyzes one side of your face or whatever. But the shit is treatable. They make it seem like if it's a permanent thing. He's telling you everything about the vaccine, how you're going to fall out, how you're going to die, your foot going to break out into sores. Nigga, go get the vaccine. Because that devil lying.
That's right.
He's lying just like here. Don't come to the UK. There ain't no jobs there. Shit. Come on, read that part again, please, Damgaba.
Read that part again.
But there was such an ease at the idea that West Indians might also step forward to help the officials had been taking active steps to discourage them. In 1947, the colonial office had sent an official to Jamaica.
So now they sent an official to Jamaica, man. So they had meetings saying what we're going to do. All these black people coming over to England, really. The laborers that we wanted was white Europeans, man. We didn't want them Caribbean people over here. So now they send the laborer over to Jamaica. A commissioner over to Jamaica. Go ahead.
To dissuade people.
Hold on, to do what?
To dissuade people.
To do what?
To dissuade people.
He sent this man to dissuade people, man. Go ahead.
From coming.
From what?
From coming.
They didn't want us over here, man. And it shows how they treat us. So they sent this commissioner over to dissuade people, man. Read on.
Attempting to suggest that there were not actually many jobs available.
And he came over there lying to us saying, why do you want to go there? There's not many jobs available. He lied to us, told us there's not many jobs available in England, man.
Right.
Read on.
One glaring problem with this strategy was that the news agents of the islands stocked copies of British newspapers.
Listen, man, he tried to lie to us about there's no jobs, but we had copies of their London newspapers, man, where they were saying there's loads of jobs, man. Listen, man, that's actually give me one more part in the book. Take me to page 110.
And listen, you won't get the history nowhere else but the I.S.U.P.K, man. Salakia, man. Salakia. You know what I mean? People, also the I.S.U.P.K.
That should blow my mind there. It just blow my mind right there, brother. You'll make sure you'll keep that book, highlight that part, and if you could get the damn name of the whoever they send over, the delegate they send over, get that too. Hell,
come say.
You know what I mean?
Officer Dunglebar keeps his books in a vault. Officer Dunglebar keeps his books in a vault. You only see them on special occasions.
I realize all y'all deadly. I know Parasha, he walk around with that suitcase like El Mariachi. But also that shit. And it's like it's like the AK-47 with the drum. You know what I mean? Dunglebar coming up now with this thing here. Shit. What the hell is going on? They don't want to see y'all, man. They don't want to smoke. They don't want no smoke.
This is page 110. Many experience an unexpected downward social mobility despite politicians' repeated assertion that most of the new arrivals of the West Indians who came in the 1950s only 22% had worked in unskilled.
So now only 22% of the brothers and sisters from the Caribbean had worked in unskilled jobs, which means the other 78% had skilled jobs, man, because they was grafters and they was workers, so they had skilled jobs. They make out that we was lazy and we had no credentials and nothing. This is letting you know that they had skilled jobs. Read on.
Or semi-skilled jobs in the Caribbean because of their difficulties in finding work in Britain. That figure rose to 63%.
So now, once we came to England, 63% of us started working unskilled jobs. So we came here with credentials. There was a sister that was I think she was the head teacher of the school. So she was the head teacher of the school, and she came to England thinking she's going to get the same position, and she came to England and they put white trainee teachers over her, man, which lets you know that's what they do. We have all the credentials, and the thing is this: the same curriculum that they study here, we studied over there. We should be able to come here and do the same kind of work. So Nice going to let you know about the workers, how the percentage changed. Go ahead.
That figure rose to 63%.
So now 63% of us became unskilled workers. Why? Because once you come to England, you couldn't get a job. Because in England, they had a thing called the collar bar. They had a thing called the collar bar where if you're black, they don't give you the job. It's not based on your skill level. It's not based on your CV. It's based on your skin color. So that's what it was based on, your skin color. Read on.
After they settled here, 24% of the men and 50% of the
how much percent of the men?
24% of the men and 50% of the women had left skilled or professional.
So they left skilled or professional jobs in the Caribbean to come to England thinking they're going to get good jobs. And once they came here, they didn't give them good jobs, man. Why? Because they sent that commissioner to convince us that there's no jobs. So they came to the UK looking for jobs, and they didn't give them jobs. Why? Because they wanted them to go back to the Caribbean, man. They didn't want them in England. Go ahead.
In the West Indies, but only 6% of men and 20%.
How much percent of men?
Only 6%.
Imagine the big percentage of skilled men that had jobs. Now, only 6% of men have got jobs now, wants to come to the UK, which lets you know this is all racism, man. This is all because of the color bar. It's not because of credentials and so forth. It's based on your color. And even till this, Salaki, pull that article for me real quick. There's an article called type in what's it called now? Type in whiten in your resume.
White what?
Type in whiten in your resume. Read on.
And 23% of women.
And only 23% of women. So now there was a man also in the Caribbean. When they first came to the UK, they would apply for jobs, and then they couldn't get jobs. So one man decided he's going to do what? Not put his race on his resume. This was in 1950. He said he's not going to put his race on his resume. So what happened from there? They said, you know what? We're not putting our race on our resume. And then he started to get interviews. And then he went to these interviews. And then they said to him, we can't give you the job because you're black. That was in 1950. Now I'm going to show you that nothing's changed, man. This is an article from 2017. We're going to show you the article right now, man, which is letting you know that our oppressor hasn't changed, man.
Go ahead.
It says minorities who whiten job resumes get more interviews.
Hold on. Minorities who do what?
Whiten their resume, get more interviews.
And this is the thing, man. You're thinking, life's changed from the 50s. It hasn't, man. The same struggles they faced coming over to England in the 50s is the same struggles we facing in 2021, man. That's it.
Listen, that was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. And this color bar here too. I just put it in just to see, what comes up. And there's some more stuff that come up on the color bar. We're coming right back to Chris Eubanks. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
We appreciate that nigga.
Yeah, he ain't going nowhere. It says the shameful history of the racist color bar in Manchester and how a boxing hero made history by ordering a round in the pub. And apparently this was Len Johnson, who was a boxer. I don't know if he's, Israelite or if he, if it's Esau or whatever. But of course, due to the color bar, apparently he went somewhere and couldn't, drink, right? Inside a pub on a now lost estate near home 65 years ago. a boxer took a public stand against racism and bigotry. Len Johnson walked inside with friends and ordered a round of drinks at the bar. He was refused because the color of his skin. Now, that lets you know what color his friends was. What color you think his friends was?
White. He was refused.
Yeah, because he was refused, not they. He was refused. Right? The cops was called and Mossad and they were all thrown out. So now he launched a campaign against the Lord of Manchester and the Bishop of Manchester and all kinds of things. You know, they run the whole thing. But this color bar thing, it dates all the way back where, you know, you don't have the complexion for the protection. You too dark, you know. You too dark. You know what I mean? You way too dark for anything that they like. So this thing, it has, you know, deep roots for sure. It's still today in UK. The racism hasn't left. It ain't gone nowhere. And it damn near will always be there. So what Chris Eubank's talking about with, you know, he is integration. Nigga, you're too dark to be integration according to the color. You see how black this nigga is? Pull him up again, huh? Pull him up again, please. You're too black, nigga. Darky.
It's a golly, it's one of the golly one, man.
Exactly. And you know, TV makes you look lighter than what you are.
Yeah, that flash, it helps me. I'm taking shots at flash.
Yeah, TV makes you look lighter than what you are. You know, he talking about, you know, he is the face of integration, Negro. And then when what's his face cut him off, he shocked. He's shocked at how PS could cut him off. But that's what integration is.
That's right.
Integration is disregarding black men so that the white man could integrate with your woman and your children and absorb them. It's really absorption. It's not really integration, because before integration, there was more black men on the street. There was more black men in homes. There was more black men in jobs and well-earning jobs. After integration, there's the, you know, school to prison pipeline. More black men are in prison. More black men are out of the homes. More black men do not have well-paying jobs to take care of their family. So integration was really, you know, a weaponized policy or political policy against black men, so that now, you know, white America or white, you know, United Kingdom or the white crown could fully absorb your woman and children into their own. You get the point?
Come on, Carl.
Integration is Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
That's
you get
right.
the point? Not Lennox Lewis marrying some duchess. You know what I mean? Like why is it there's never a brother who could marry into the royal family in one of their daughters? Because that's not integration. That's giving their power away. Their idea of integration is a white man taking over everything. And you see it today in the commercials. How many commercials you see today with a white man and a colored woman, whether she black or Hispanic, and colored kids? You see a lot of them. You rarely ever see a black man with a white woman in a commercial as a happy family. You rarely see it, because that's not their idea of integration. Their idea of integration is a white man taking over everything. It's Star Trek with Captain Kirk. Wherever he go, he having sex with all the aliens. Every alien, a blue woman with 8 breasts and 16 arms, Captain Kirk bagging that. That's integration. That's their idea of it. To remove the man from the home and just take over. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous. And he's offended now that, wait, did you just cut me off? Yes, nigga. It happened, 50 years ago. You're late.
That's right. Yeah. Well, so like I said, you got to touch on what he said about his father, man. How I saw it was, his father's a man that imagine his mom went to America, went to New York, and left him in London. His dad looked after him, man. And all Piers could think about it, well, that was a womanizer, a gambler, and he disciplined you. Like, can a black man do anything right? Listen, the mom ran off. Why we not listen to mum? The mum left. The dad was the one that was there. And all you can think of, womanizer, gambler. Listen, if you're a black man and you gamble, man, it's not a sin, man. It's no one's business. If you work your money, you got 100, you want to put 20 on the horses, man. You can do that, man.
If you could, just play back the part where he talk about the father again, please.
Cut it one, Khan.
No, that's not violence, no.
When you were 8 years old, and she left to go and live in New York, and you stayed in London with your father and your siblings. Did your father give any explanation at the time?
No.
So you just weren't told?
No, I wasn't told.
Your father was a gambler, he was a womanizer, he was quite violent with you guys if you misbehaved. Is that fair?
No, that's not violence, no. No. You know, my father taking his belt off that's not violence, that's steering.
It's still violence.
That's what it's called today. Okay, and I can't talk of what they speak of today. I know that you can't talk today about discipline, but without it, these youngsters are going to become menaces to themselves. Never mind.
Well, you went through a rough time at school. You were expelled multiple times.
Can I ask you, did you just purposely cut me off?
No, I understand exactly what you're saying.
Listen, Chris Eubanks cannot believe PS is treating him like a nigger. He's like, can I ask you something? Did you just purposely cut me off? Like, so he accidentally cut you off, nigga? he bumped into your sentence or something? Yeah, and listen, PS is such a skillful devil.
That's right.
Ask him, you get expelled at school, but he really mean to say that the belt didn't do him no good.
That's right. He says that later on in the clip. You're right, sir. Come on, Khan.
Yeah, that's where PS is going. PS is going where the belt didn't do him no good. But the point is, to have successful integration, you have to attack the black man.
That's right.
There's no way to integrate with having the male of that species around. That's the only way you could do it. You cannot integrate any other way. And you have to get rid of the males in order to integrate. It's not even integration. It's, assimilation or absorption. And that's what it really is. It's nothing else. You get me? Like, even here, he's being attacked. That's it, Chris Eubank. You know what I mean? He's being attacked. His father was in the world. He was gambling, whatever. Gambling ain't no sin, but don't go lose your rent money over no goddamn, bet. Don't go be a pauper over the shit. And he say he's a womanizer. I don't know. Now, what the hell is a womanizer? I need to learn that. I need to learn the definition of womanizer.
So, like, a womanizer, I'll get the definition. A womanizer is like
an organizer is somebody who organizes, right?
A womanizer basically kind of like a gallus, a man that, goes, slick talking. You know what I mean? Kind of like a man that chat to gal and rare. That's a womanizer. He ain't a rapist. He ain't raping women. He's just chatting to women, man. So luck yeah. When did that become a crime?
Oh, boy, I mean,
let me see if it says here a womanizer definition: a man who engages in numerous casual sexual affairs with women. So fair, a womanizer probably a sin. But he ain't raping these women. These women, consent to this man. So why is this man wicked?
Okay, pursues casual sexual relationships with women. Yeah. I mean, okay, in the world, for somebody in the world, you just have multiple women. Because the white man looks at you having more than one woman as you having casual sex. You can't be serious with this sex. Even though there's serious sex going on. The sex is very serious. but in his mind, when you can't be serious. One man, so many women, so many children, that's how they look at us. Like you can't be serious. It's just casual. It's just like a fling, just like a because their society is filled of womanizers and whores. You get me? Like every white woman, she goes to college where close to home, down the street.
Like she's trying to hold it down in London or something.
If she from somewhere, I don't know. Give me a place.
Everyone from Brum goes to London to go university.
They go away from home where their parents ain't gonna be there because they know them white women. They want to go home. They don't want to go to the community college down the block and when they could come home and eat. They want to go survive on 1 pack of ramen a day and excess rod in excess. You get the point? And that's their society. And when they do come of age and they're ready to start a family, what do they say? Oh, those were my college days. You know, I was in school back then. We was just having fun. Blah 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 blah. You get me? Like that's how they would pass it off. So in their society, they got womanizers and whores. In our society, brother, that's what we here to do. You know what I mean? How Gelfie get breed and succeed, and that's how they say. That's how they say. Gelfie get breed and succeed. You know what I mean? Like we ain't like the white man. You get the point? Right. Listen, he has sex and sticks everything inside a woman except his rod. That's the white man. That's why they have no children. That's why he's so gay. We have multiple women, and what comes from those, that's casual sex he's talking about.
Children.
All over the place, children. That's not casual sex. That's real life, rubber meets the road, skin to skin sex.
That's right.
It's a difference with them, but of course, you know, for Pierce, sex with a woman to make children, no. Sex with a woman for fun, no. He's a womanizer. He's a womanizer. No, nigga, you just gay. You sound like IUIC. He's just gay. You get the point? And he trying now to belittle the brother's father because the brother's father could get women.
That's right.
You're a brother. You get a ton of women like you. Some homosexuals don't like that. Some homosexuals do not like that. I think Tazariak had that problem in New York at times. Some young brother wanted to take him to counsel. Because he's just having too many wives.
Get all the girls them luck, yeah.
Some brothers said that those poor women, and that woman is like, nigga, I can fight my own battles. I'm a big girl. What the fuck are you talking about? That fool left the school, of course. But it's, you know, why does where I put my rod bother you?
That's right.
Like, why is that such a, you know, you up at night just like, how dare he?
If I may, sir, imagine the police killed Mark Duggan dead, and one of the ways to justify it, they said, "Yo, Mark Duggan was a womanizer. He had loads of women." I was like so, and that's the problem with these police. They stop and search you and frisk you because they envy us, man. They see us walking with the butt, music playing loud, and they think, "Yo, I can see why women like him," you know. Then they look at themselves, they're eating donuts at the beer belly. They go, shit, they go, listen, I work 9 to 5 and I can't pull up in that Beamer, man. And even if I did, no woman would ever look at me, man. You know what?
Listen, I'm gonna take away the Beamer. I know the Beamer's black man. I know BMW's black man wheels. That's what every nigga have. But nigga, we don't need no car. Just pull up. Just pull up.
That's right.
And nigga pull up in this. What you let's call the sweats? We call the sweats a sweat jacket or
tracksuit.
You pull up in a tracksuit and a fresh trainers, like all the boxes yours. What's he talking about?
That's right.
All is yours. He there with his Lamborghini and blah 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 blah. You just pull up, all is yours. You know, it's crazy how they they're talking about integrate, and he totally discredits our culture. You know, that's a womanizer. You get the point? He's a womanizer, and that's not integration. If we was integrated, you wouldn't have nothing to say about me having how many other women I want. I ain't saying nothing about you and your gay behind.
That's right.
Right, like them homosexuals. You think them in monogamous relationships? What they in the club doing?
All the gay shit you can. Oh,
Listen,
man.
of course. Listen, it's after 10:15. You know what that means? So that
10:15. You know what that mean? Okay.
Boy, sir.
Boy, that segment. We got Trooper Quattazar ready to do his boy section, so I'll let him take it away. Shalom.
This is the Trooper Quattazar tuning into On the Ends Radio with the boys. Well, it says, let the countdown begin. Here in the park with one friend. 5 days to go. So you see these Edomites, these are wicked white man devil people. Them now have nothing to do, you know. They want to wait to go. Lock down for end so they can go park for drink one beer with their friend.
Boy, sir.
Boy, sir. Have nothing to do, you know. That's why they're wicked. They just sit at home plotting on us, you know. They don't have nothing to do. They can't find nothing better than to go park and drink one beer with them brethren.
Boy, sir.
What you got for me next, officer? Why, sir? You see why I call them wicked? Because them just nasty, you see? Them have obsessions with urine and fecal matter, you know.
Why?
God damn.
Yes. And scrumpy, Jack. To them own people as well, you know.
Why, sir?
Why? That's why I say you must mind where you eat from them.
Hey, Quattazar, keep the mic by your mouth, Doc. I ain't hearing you too well. You're going in and out.
Can you hear me now, officer? Captain.
Yeah, go ahead. Keep whatever mic you're using, keep it real close to you.
All right. So the one sell urine aside the owner people. Why, sir?
Aside
people.
Damn.
That's a wicked, man. You best mind where you're drinking from and you're eating from, man.
Boy, sir.
Give me the next one, officer. Boy, sir. This is Bobby Schmeider, man. Got released from prison. You know what I mean? Apparently he was in the club. You know what I mean? But he refused to drink alcohol. What I would say to Bobby Schmeider is, the more time you want, drink a little alcohol and put down the weed, man.
That's
you know what I
right.
mean? More time that will let your mind get a little bit better. You understand? But boy, sir, what you got for me next? Boy, sir. Chicken connoisseur. Chicken concierge, man. About fried chicken. What do these Hamites know about fried chicken, man?
That's right.
They don't eat fried chicken, more like fufu and rice.
That's right, boy, sir.
I mean, they don't eat fried chicken, man. Next minute is gonna be coming out about is watermelon concierge. man don't know about fried chicken at all, man. And these girls there, all women want to lay down with these people. More time you wake up and them yam off half of your foot, man.
Boy, sir.
The Trooper Quattazar tuning out on the Ends Radio with the boy sir segment.
Boy, sir. Listen, he said yam off half your foot. Yeah, man. Listen, I also too with Bobby Splitter, you know why he refused the drink?
Like, so what happened?
You know he on probation.
Also in the piss test and whatnot.
Not only that, they're trying to. They would him at the club drinking with the mask off is just a bad PR image. So he's not doing that where they could take pictures and make him look like he just belongs back in jail. You get what I'm saying?
I won't come.
Like he taking his time with his shit. And he I think in the article he says some pretty broad who he don't even know come up with a drink.
See, for the set man up, man.
Yeah, trying to set up the man, boy. Sir, trying to set up the man. So he for sure how he head on with this thing here, because they would like nothing better to put him inside because of the amount of fame he got for striking that deal for his homie. You know what I mean? That deal he made. So yeah, man. Next week for the boy, sir. Like, I can't wait.
Come on. So next we're gonna go.
Hold on. If I could just plug right here. Don't forget, tomorrow night, 9 p.m. 9 p.m. tomorrow night. Akim and Akwathian. Tune in, Command and General Hannah live, going head to head with Proud Boys, with the head of the Proud Boys, Enrique Tario, and 2 other members of the Proud Boys. We are going to be going in. The General is definitely going to blow them out of the water with this one. You don't want to miss it. Go subscribe to that channel now. Link it, share it. The first Proud Boys video is on there. I.S.U.P.K Command and General Hannah dismantles the Proud Boys. Go watch round 1. Go watch part 1. It'll give you an idea how the thing go. For those of you who don't know, Proud Boys was one of them groups who stormed the Capitol and went in there illegally, which resulted in the death of, I think, 4 or 5 police officers. One protester got shot in the neck, got beaten up. A whole ton of violence happened. These is one of the groups who went in there. The so-called white supremacist group. In general, going to be going head to head with them tomorrow night. You all make sure and tune in, log in. You know what I mean? Yeah. Don't miss it. Share it. All right. All right. So what we got? What we dealing with?
We got Captain Mashak, my young's favorite person. We got ZZ Mill show again.
ZZ. Not my favorite person, man. Again, that's what I force forward there. But, you know what I mean? She ain't my favorite person, but I do get the sister a little ratings. You know what I mean? She have a little, the things she say, that's what first strike me. She says some things that normal women in the world don't say. You know what I mean? She might have a little deviant ways and stuff. And I notice when she clean up all right. You know what I mean? She clean up a little bit okay. She ain't bad, you know what I mean? I could put a head wrap on and bring her to the Passover or something. You know what I mean?
So, ZZ had a UK young sister called Levita Loca, just come out of prison. So she was interviewing her. In the interview, she speaks to the sister and how she went to prison. And this is what the sister was saying in that interview.
Together. Yeah, exactly. So I was just like, huh? How? Like, what happened there? So, how did you end up there?
I think the thing about me is I've always been this person. I've always been this girly. Like, I've always been me, quite bubbly, quite friendly. How I come across to you now. Yeah. But I'm a very emotional person, and I've never tried to do the bad thing, the bad girl thing, what's good fam, and trying to come around with a presence. I don't feel like you have anything to prove if you're on what you're on. So that's for one. I've never carried myself like that. What people assume somebody who's gone to jail or a female that's gone to jail should act like. Yeah. But I'm very emotional, so I haven't always been able to control it. Now I feel like I'm growing. Like I said, I'm going through growth, but I didn't always used to be able to control my emotions. I'm like, when I'm sad, you can tell I'm sad. Like, I'll cry and scream. Yeah. When I'm happy. You can see I'm bouncing all over the place. When I'm angry, I'm angry. I want to kill somebody. Like, so it goes from zero. Like, I'm very emotional. But I'm like I said, I've been out now for like 2 years, and for me not to have been recalled in this time, I'm on quite a heavy license. For me to have got this far now, I'm nearly coming off. I feel like I've done so well, and that I feel like that even reflects my growth. That shows how much I've grown as a person, because the girl that went to jail beforehand, I wouldn't have lasted this long. Like, I was too scatty, I was too impulsive. That's what it was. But no, I've just learnt to consequences now. And do you know what I mean? I think about the consequences. I thought about the consequences before, but now I've got things to lose. Right.
So lucky, sir. If I may, I think the main thing here with this sister and many sisters, man, it's that word emotions. You know what I mean? Sisters need to understand that being upset or being angry is not an excuse to do something wrong. Sisters want to, get upset, want to kill people, want to harm people. And what you got to understand is you need to control your emotions, man. And a sister like this, with no man or no father, you let your emotions run wild, and your emotions will end you in jail, man. But let me tell you something. The oppressor don't care about your emotions. If you do a crime like what the sister done, he'll put you in jail, man. He'll put you in jail. So in the world, they make her like, oh, the sister's sad. She's upset. But listen, the oppressor don't care, man. That person's going to put you in jail, man. Right. He will lock you up. Listen, this sister's young and pretty, and he didn't give a damn, man. He put her behind bars, man, with butch women. Women with the earring from the lip to the ear and them thing there. Right. Locked up with them kind of women, man. So give me Ecclesiasticus in the pocket for real quick.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 35 and 25.
No, 36, 25, Slakia.
36 and verse 25. Where no hedge is, there the possession is spoiled.
And there you go. As a black man, you got to have a hedge around your daughters, man. Have a hedge around your woman, protect for them. Teach them. The Bible says bow down your daughter's heads, man. You got a daughter and she's kicking and she thinks she's a boss. You got to let her know who's boss, man. You know why? Because she will grow to be 18 and be a ball of emotions, man.
Right.
And no one could tell her nothing. And guess where she end up? Behind bars, man.
That's right.
Guess where she end up? Dead, man. You got to put that hedge around your daughters, man. Else they end up here like La Vida Loca, man.
Right.
It's like we done.
And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning.
The part of what it was wear no hedges, man. The Bible said the woman's a weaker vessel. And where no hedges, that possession is spoiled, man. That possession is robbed, man. We end up behind bars, end up dead, or whatever the case may be, man.
Or on TV with a blonde wig, thinking,
that's right.
Thinking, you know, it's like this. She's a possession. She's somebody's possession that done gotten spoiled. And even the last part that Quatazar read there, where it said, and when he loses his wife, he walk around mourning. That's true, because whether it's her father or a boyfriend she had, that because of, you know, her emotional state or of her being incarcerated, that should go and hurt somebody because she can't control herself. You get the point? That's going to bring some sort of hurt to somebody because of it. And she's okay. The emotional part is both men and women. Both men and women get emotional. You get the point? It's something that we all have. We're born with. Women are more carnal. They're more sensual. They're more receptive to feeling. You get the point? That's just how they are. They're more sensitive to feeling, to, you know, especially things that affect them physically. You get the point? So with that said, emotional distress affects them a lot more than it would affect a brother. You get the point? Brothers get emotional too, but you don't see it until a brother lashes out. You get the point? That's, right. That's the time you see it. You don't see it normally if a brother is under emotional stress, because he'll just keep calm, keep cool, he'll say less, he'll fall back, or just continue as normal. But a woman, that's why she said, when I'm happy, I'm bouncing all over the place. When I'm sad, I cry and scream. When I'm angry, I feel like I want to kill somebody. And that's how she feels. She has to let it out. She has to, you know, she has to act on her emotion. And now putting that hedge around her is also putting a restriction or a cap on what she could do. And this is something you're going to have to teach growing up. Or if she comes into the truth, she gets to learn how to keep her emotions in check, right? Yeah. A lot of emotional stuff is lies, especially with sisters. In fact, I ain't gonna just say sisters, with brothers too. A lot of it comes from you listening to Satan a whole lot. You're listening to Satan a whole lot, and Satan is pulling you to and fro. He's pulling you to and fro with this thought and that thought and another thought instead of what is. You get the point? And instead of what is. Also, that emotional state of being, you get into it enough, it begins to get comfortable and it begins to feel safe and secure, because now you acting on something, you taking action, or you doing something when that thing is harmful to you. I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
I think so, sir. It's like it comes a point where you think it's just the norm. It actually feels good, even though it's harmful to you.
It feels good to hold on to whatever that emotion is, even if that's harmful to you. You get the point? Right. Even if that's harmful to you, it feels good to hold on to that emotion, right? The other thing is, because she's so emotional and so carnal, only when she has something to lose that she deems worthy, when now she could control her emotions. So that's again, right. It's tied to something that she thinks is valuable, which is the essence of a woman. A woman, she's emotional, and because of that, you're gonna have to see what drives her, and that's how you're able to control her. That's how you're able to keep her in a certain way, to keep her in, straight then. Or I don't want to say straight because it might seem like, get back in line, bap, bap, bap. Not like that. But you want to be able to, manipulate or control or mold her in a certain way or push her in a certain direction. You get what I'm saying?
Kind of one kind.
No, she came out of prison, and what happened? She got a record deal or something?
Now she's on her music now and trying to just focus and not go back to jail.
Okay, she on her music, but the stuff she wearing, that ain't no cheap clothes. That chain ain't cheap. So what I'm saying, she done got a contract or something. Somebody giving her money.
Kind of one kind. She got some sort of money. Kind of one kind.
She gained some money coming in, which makes her what? Happy.
That's right.
She feeling a whole ton of happiness, and now she knows if she cooks out and she loses it and she spasses out, she gonna lose that thing. So now she's able to check herself.
That's right.
And it's so sad that it takes money for that to happen for so many women. You understand? So she's gonna go through this mental affliction in life and be able to have a regular job. But that job, the what it provides for her, it's going to make her control herself for them 8 hours. But when she go home, you ain't paying her, so she can pass out on you.
That's right.
But she said it out her own mouth. Now she feels like she has something to lose. Before, she didn't have nothing to lose because she didn't have no contract. She didn't have nothing. She was trying to do the music, but now she come out, she gained a little buzz. La vida loca. And la vida loca, I think it means living crazy.
Damn.
You know what I mean? I think la vida is life or to live. And loca is crazy. You remember the song "Living La Vida Loca"?
Go on, Kai.
Living the crazy life, living crazy, like do whatever you want, whatever it is. It's a rough place to be. The real issue here is our afflictions is a check for our oppressor. Like there's a monetary value attached to our destruction and how unstable we are. You understand? There's a whole industry behind brothers and sisters that's just like her. There's a whole industry behind it. And the more destroyed we are, the more money they could make off of us.
That's right.
You understand? The more destroyed we are. Like she ain't talk about being suicidal. Like you can't bounce from left to right without feeling suicidal like that. You understand? With the extreme she's talking about, she has serious problems. I watched a video the other day with Lil Nas X, Old Town Road nigga.
I think got breasts nowadays, I don't know if it's fake or whatnot, but yo.
So they say, I don't know if it's real or fake, but he was talking about his journey into stardom. And there was one thing that was common throughout. He was suicidal all the way till today.
Damn.
Till today. He said when Old Town Road was on the top of the charts, he was smoking and getting high so much because he couldn't deal with the fame. And at times he felt like ending it all. Meanwhile, everybody is take my horse to the Old Town Road and dancing and cheering him on. But this nigga, when he by himself, the demons on him is ridiculously strong. And he ain't equipped to resist them demons. He ain't equipped to be like, man, that's Satan trying to get me to just do something. Satan trying to get me to end this thing. Satan trying to get me to do this. He ain't built for that. And he's homosexual.
That's right.
You get the point? And he's homosexual, which could even be the sister's problem too. But it's a lot of mental illness, mental stability, instability that our people go through just from coming up, being raised in a broken environment, which we all come from. Only because of the truth, we able to, heal from that and see things clearly for what it is, sometimes too clear, where you see it for what it is, and another person, especially in the world, they don't see it like that, and because of it, it creates a rift, because the demons is on them so much, the voices in their head, the thoughts in their head that they think is coming from them is really demons talking to you.
That's right.
Yes, and that's what it really is. It's really demons talking to you. Sooner or later, she gonna risk it all. She gonna risk losing all this happiness for something that piss her off. I pray it won't happen, but that's where it goes.
Taking time bomb, man. It's a luck, yeah. But anyway, changing gears. We are going to one of my favorite UK rappers, man. It's a luck, yeah. You know my favorite rapper, isn't it? UK? Yeah, come on. You know what? Oh, don't pull Miss out the back. Oh, don't offend me like that, man. It's a luck, yeah.
What happened to Miss? What's wrong with Miss?
I'm a lyrical nigga, man. Miss ain't lyrical, man. Miss makes hits. But Miss ain't lyrical, man. Not nice and lyrical, but it's not my guy, man. You know what I mean? Diggity's my guy, man. So Diggity now recently come out of prison, rare, doing his interviews everywhere, and he said something that made me say, Diggy, you're my rapper, but you gotta come to the I.S.U.P.K, man. What he said really weren't wise, man. It was actually kind of stupid, man. So we'll let you hear it right now.
Is Diggity even looking for love in this climate?
Damn straight, but
I love it. Damn straight.
Yeah, no, do you know what it is? Like, I don't think I'm finding that over here, man.
You don't think it's in this country?
But US, Jamaica.
I might have to be a Jamaican, but even I don't know what I'm saying. Who?
I say it's worse.
Yeah, and no.
You come through that that airport, yeah. Pyrex chain, Dior's. They're running at you. They don't even care what your name is. Digger, your name Digger. No, if you dig me, you know. Trust me.
So what do you not think, about if you're driving with your missus and you see a girl that's leng, you both know she's leng, like, would it be alright to say, look, I don't think she's leng?
Unless I say it, you don't say it. What? We
Yeah,
don't
that's
we
what
both
you say.
know
I'm
she's
gonna be like,
pretty.
yeah, she's alright still.
I don't know, man. That's why I'm on this American thing, man.
Let's role reverse, because that's what I love about this whole thing, guys. We're gonna have a conversation.
Nah, that's crazy. Don't
No,
even say
no,
that.
let's do it.
I don't want to
Let's do it, guys.
And see, Diggity's my guy, man.
Was it slang leng?
It's peng. It's an offshoot of peng, leng.
So wait, peng mean what? I know peng mean fire.
And then leng, same thing. It's a little twang to it. You know what I mean?
She leng. All right. All right.
So Diggity, man, come on, man. What you said there was ridiculous, man. You can't be with your woman and saying, yo, another girl. Listen, you might think it, but all you're gonna do is just create a ton of demons, man, to put in your woman's head, make her feel insecure and shit. Come on, man. I know men run things and a man can have more than one wife, man. But listen, it's a dumb move to make, man. Listen, I'm not sure if you know this, but they're human as well, man. Humans
So
have feelings.
let me ask you. So okay, play back the question from the girl again, please. I don't know what it is with them and this blonde hair, but.
So lucky, I feel bad. You make you can, but I don't know. So lucky. I apologize on their behalf.
For Diggity to find love, is Diggity even looking for love in this climate?
Is this like Israelite?
I love this.
Diggity is. I don't know about she.
Yeah, the girl I'm talking about.
Nah, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you, sir.
Damn straight.
Yeah, no, do you know what it is? Like, I don't think I'm finding that over here, man.
You don't think it's in this country?
But US, Jamaica.
I might have to be a Jamaican, but even I don't know what I'm saying. Who?
I say it's worse.
Yeah, and no.
You come through that that airport, yeah. Pyrex chain, Dior's. They're running at you. They don't even care what your name is. Digger, your name Digger. No, if you dig me, you know. Trust me.
So what do you not think, about if you're driving with your missus and you see a girl that's leng, you both know she's leng, like, would it be alright to say, look, I don't think she's leng?
Unless I say it, you don't say it. What? We
Yeah,
don't.
that's
If we
what you
both
say.
know
I'm
she's
gonna be like,
pretty.
yeah, she's alright still.
So like I said, carry on.
Okay, so I get it now. So you out with your woman, and you see a broad who you think is on point, right?
Leg.
Okay, I need to get the meaning of leng because. Okay, leng meaning like he gonna pull up on her, like that's his type.
Yeah, like she good looking. She's fire. Body right, face right. You know, the whole nine.
Okay. And they're asking if that's okay.
He's asking them if that's okay.
Okay, well, like find out from the people. 079-607-46784. You're calling. We're gonna take a quick break. If you're on the internet, chime in, type it in. We're gonna read the comments. If you're in the room, I see Damgaba move the mic from him, which means he ain't answering that. He ain't touching that with a 10-foot pole. He's like me, I all the way back here, my youth. I ain't going through that. Let's take a quick break and we come right back, all right?
So like I said, want to do a quick shout out for the people in the chat real quick or straight to the break?
Well, as soon as we come back, we're going to do the shout out. Let's take a quick break, all right?
Color one card.
In our power, in our hand, I'm gonna come and deliver the broken, destroyed, messed up, poor, impoverished people. I'm going to save.
Young niggas ain't tough. Young niggas ain't tough. You young niggas ain't tough.
Hey, Shalom Israel. Yahweh Bashim Yaw Shah Brakatah. Yahweh Shema Alatah Bashim Yaw Shah to all the sisters, man. Listen, it's Captain 13,000, the card of a rhyme, checking in with the Israelite School of U.P.K. under Commander Jerry Hunt.
And you know we not no cowards. Oh, you on that?
Listen, man, this year's 52nd annual Passover. Hold on, I'm gonna say it one more time. This year's 52nd annual Passover under Commander Jerry Hunt under the I.S.U.P.K. Couldn't do it last year. Y'all already know the Lord had his foot on our oppressor's neck.
Here in New York City, there are roughly 1,000 cases a day. Those are numbers they haven't seen since May.
Can't do it in New York this year because the Lord still got his foot on our oppressor's neck.
New York, the center of the outbreak this spring, is now teetering on another deadly explosion of the virus.
But listen to me good. This year, 52nd annual Passover, April 24th, 2021. You understand? It's gonna be in H-Town, baby.
It's gonna be at the B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Y'all know what we do. Y'all know what we came to do.
2021 I.S.U.P.K. 52nd annual Passover. All the generals gonna be there. All the heavy hitters gonna be there. The daughters of Zion gonna step out with their beautiful long dresses, you understand? Strong on deck. That One West style music on deck. 52nd annual Passover.
B&H Ranch, 14149 Players Street, Houston, Texas.
Get with it to get lost, man.
Got it out the mud, straight up out the base. The world done made me crazy. The world done turned crazy.
You dealing with the men of war. We at war. I'm siding with the Lord of course. On one accord. We ain't never stopping now. You running now. All my niggas go to ground. We go.
All right, shalom. We're back on the ends. And make sure you call 079-607-46784. 079-607-46784. We're here with Captain Mashap Mayam, Officer Dam Gabar, myself, Officer Karafia, and Trooper Quatazar, man, going into these hot topics. So make sure you call that number, man, 079-607-46784. I think if you're from anywhere other than England, you take the 0 off and put about +44. So it'll be +44 79607 man. So we're gonna get into this. Wait for Captain Mashap to come back. In the meantime, just get into it, man. So luck here. All right, cool. So this is the topic right here. It's a diggity on a podcast, and it's saying if it's okay for a man to be with his woman and call another woman attractive.
For Diggity to find love, is Diggity even looking for love in this climate?
Damn straight, but
I love it. Damn straight.
yeah, no, do you know what it is? Like, I don't think I'm finding that over here, man.
You don't think it's in this country?
What, US? Jamaica?
I might have to be a Jamaican, but even I don't know what I'm saying. Who's
it's worse.
Yeah, and no.
You come through that that airport, yeah? Pyrex chain, Dior's, they're running at you. They don't even care what your name is. Digger? Your name Digger? No, if you dig me, you know. Trust me.
So what do you not think, about if you're driving with your missus and you see a girl that's leng, you both know she's leng, like, would it be alright to say, look, I don't think she's leng?
Unless I say it, you don't say it. What? We
Yeah,
know
that's
we
what
both
I'm saying.
know
I'm
she's
gonna be like,
pretty.
yeah, she's alright still.
I don't know, man. That's
No.
why I'm on this American thing, man.
Let's role reverse because that's what I love about this whole thing, guys. We're gonna have a conversation.
Nah, that's crazy. Don't
No,
even say
no,
that.
no. Let's do it.
I don't want to.
Let's do it, guys.
Yo, woman goes, let's role reverse, man. Which is true. If you role reverse it, you wouldn't like it if your woman goes, yo, he's nice, man. He's handsome, man. You'll lose your mind. You feel me? It's like, quite like, get a scripture for me. Second Peters. Let me know when you got it. It's the water. Was it 3 and 6, yeah, Khan?
This is 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 7. Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge.
It's talking about your woman, your ribs, man. The woman that you have sex with or the woman you look after, man. Saying deal with them according to knowledge. Keep reading.
Giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker vessel.
And it said give honor unto your wife as a weaker vessel, man. Meaning she's not strong like you, man.
Right.
She's not, she's emotional. You're less emotional. She's a weaker vessel, man. So why would you purposely make her jealous, man? Why would you purposely put... Listen, let me give you a secret, man. You could be driving with your rib in the car, man, and low-key look at the woman. Listen, come to me, I'll teach you how to do it, man. There's ways to low-key look at the woman. You ain't gotta ask her, yo, listen, you think she's nice? Listen, get yourself a pair of shades, man. There's ways to make your eyes just wander, but you ain't gotta let her know, man. You can't wait 5 minutes. Listen, after 5 minutes, you can look at the woman and, say, oh, she was nice, man. Go get a number afterwards, man. But for 5 minutes, you can't hold it down. You're only gonna tear down your own house, man. You're only gonna upset your woman, put a ton of demons on her that didn't have to be there, man. It's a silly, it's a dumb move, man. It's a luck, yeah, keep it in.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life.
Read that again from the top.
And as being heirs together of the grace of life.
So no, from the top. So like I said, I can hear you in the background, but I can't see you, sir. No, so read from the top.
Likewise, ye husbands, dwell with them according to knowledge, giving honor unto the wife as unto the weaker.
And the Bible said, give honor to your wife, man. Give her honor, man. You're not saying serve your wife. You're not saying, be under your wife or be a bitch for your wife. Excuse my French, man. But honor her, man. She's a human being, man. It's called respect, man. A bit of respect wouldn't hurt, man. So, you know what? It's my woman, let me just respect her, man. Let me not push a woman all up in her face, man. Give her honor, give her some respect, man. A woman that irons your clothes and does so much for you, man. And you're gonna say, yo, I'm on this girl right here, man. Yeah. Go quick dinner, man. This girl here, she's leg, man. Come on, man. Show some honor, man. Some respect, man. She's your woman, man. That's yours, man.
Show what? Listen, God give you 2 eyes for a reason. Look.
I'm in the UPK, but I ain't that bad. If I got a bit of compassion, man, Salakia, we ain't that cold. Salakia Dagobah.
And also, if you watch the video, he goes, if you both know she's leng, which means it sounds like he's driving around with his woman, man, trying to find that next woman so they can have some disgusting threesome or whatever, man.
Thank you, Dagobah. Thank you.
He said if you both think she's leng, meaning he's going to be saying to his woman, well, you think she's good looking? I think you two both should. And then before you know it, man, they're having threesomes, man. Like, why are you trying to make your woman find some next woman attractive if you both think she's leng? Like, listen, man, that's the beginning of him gonna force his woman into a threesome. He's gonna start saying to her, if you love me, you will do this for me. And then before you know it, she's a full-on lesbian, man.
Mm-hmm.
All because why he forced her to find some next woman attractive, man.
Exactly, like that Chris Brown. Chris Brown was with that old Filipino, that Carucci something. And Carucci say the thing she did for him because he liked it, not because she liked it. It's ridiculous. That P. Diddy with a young girl named Cassie, she was the same way. Like it's gay. It's gay. The shit is gay. It's like, okay, we ain't talking about, oh yeah, that sister wearing a nice dress. He ain't complimenting the dress, he ain't complimenting the shoe. He said, you think she looks lang or pang, meaning I could hit. I could get with her. First of all, it's absolutely stupid to have that conversation with your woman. Why not just make the broad feel like she's the only one ever in the whole world? Like it ain't that difficult. It ain't that hard. You know what I mean? You're with her for a few hours. You can't keep the blinders on for a few hours. You can't just do that. You can't walk with her and on purpose, pull her in close when another bad broad walking just to drive home the point that this is mine here. Like you can do so much things to reinforcing the girl your interest in her versus discussing some other broad. You want some nasty deviant shit.
That's right.
I mean, you want some nasty deviant shit. And like you so rightfully said, you belittling the girl because why would you want her to think like that? Why would you want her to know you looking while you're with her? Like, what was the whole point of that? I don't get. Like, is it ratings for what's his name? Digga D?
Call it what,
Yeah, Digga, he had changed that name, man. He had changed that name. That name ain't suited, man. Digga D. Imagine your homie, Digga. I learned how to call you Digga. Nah, homie. Nah, Like it's wild. It's weird as shit. The stuff you considering. You know what I mean? Like he needs to come in. He needs to come in the UPK. Like, okay, and this is the other thing. A man in the world, even if he looks at another woman, he is going to secretly go behind her and have a whole ton of secret sex all over the place. Well, you could come in here and be free. If it is, you don't have to have more than one woman. But if you want to, it's fine. But you ain't going to rub nothing in nobody's face. You ain't going to stick your face in it. You ain't going, you ain't going to act like this person ain't have no feelings too. And it lets you know how far society done fall, because the girl, okay, in a feminine woman, it will offend her. But it teaches this society doesn't have women so kind of masculine. Now she's actually entertaining this as, let's have a discussion. You get what I'm saying?
Cut it one concert.
Like she carrying it like, we had to discuss this because it ain't nothing to discuss. Like that's absolutely, you borderline. No, it ain't no sin to do. It just is a stupid thing to do. You ain't sinning against the law to look. However, it's just not a wise thing to do. Think about how much time you're spending away from the girl. You could look all you want.
That's right.
If you want her rolling, you're doing something. Just chill out. You know what I mean?
Like I'll be looking, but the way to. For all the man back there, get yourself some dark glasses, man. Come on, man. Get the darkers on, man. When you look on.
Look, you see about how the glasses on right now inside there? He you know what I mean? He's smooth. He's smooth right now. He looking when you ain't looking. You get the point? Listen, I'll go one further. Listen, I ain't wearing no darkers, and I'm only looking at you right now. That's what's going on. I'm looking at you right now. Because you're the only one right now. No worry about it. Once I kiss you and give you that shalom and I'm out, well, whatever. But I'm with you. It ain't that hard. Okay, if you with your child, would you walk around and be like, hey, he better than you in basketball? Oh, look at how good he kicking that football. What would that do to your child?
That'll break his spirit, man. Broke him up.
He'll start to think, well, damn, my dad, he probably don't think I'm shit because he always talking about these other niggas and showing me these other niggas, but I never to hear him rate me. It's damn near the same spirit. It's just a stupid thing to do and say, woman, you could do it if you want to. If that makes you feel more of a man, then all right then. Go ahead, Digga D. Digga dummy.
None of that, man. They come this is my artist, man. Nigga, this, yo.
I ain't dissing him. He dissing himself, man. What do you want me to do?
Like, it's stupid, but listen, we'll draw the line there. You know what I mean? Yo, lyricist, So lucky, sir.
Wait, hold on. How about I say, if you drive past Black China and see a huge ass, you'll both be like, yo, did you see that? Listen, Hell no, I ain't looking at that.
I ain't see shit. So I ain't see shit. I ain't
got
see
the
that.
real thing. Like that thing, there's plastic and silicone and will leak when in a few years. The things I got is authentic. It ain't made in China.
Tell him.
The things are absolutely authentic. You get it, boy? Nah. You don't. And once again, that's part of. We just talk about the emotional part of it with sisters. With the other girl who was getting violent, that's an emotional reaction. Like you see something walking with tail all the way down the street like a goddamn alligator, like a whole lobster walking by. You don't have to react, nigga. You don't have to react. Just let her, go past. Like you ever go to them train stops when the train passes and there's only cars coming. Let the tail go by. Just let it go. Don't worry about it. Just assume it's another nigga's tail. That'll help you. That might help. Right, assume that tail belongs to some brother, and ask the Lord to be with him because he's gonna need some help handling that tail. You know what I mean? No, but okay. The point I was making with the Harbar's comment is that okay, diggity he's in the world, and in the world is a ton of carnality and lust, just like the emotional side of it. That emotions come from a ton of carnality, right? Okay, now in here, I ain't saying brothers don't notice women, but we do notice if you're a whore first.
That's right.
We would notice that first. She might be carrying a frame, but that thing is tainted. That thing is off. That thing is disgusting. You get the point? Okay, put it like this. Digga D could have her.
That's right. Some polluted tail.
Yeah, that's... When you say Luton tail?
Some polluted tail. That's
Luton tail. I saw you say Luton tail. I was like, well, what the hell is going on with Luton? You get
listen,
point?
if I'm Luton, I'm at this. You said polluted tail. Listen, I didn't say Luton. It's like I love Luton people. Yeah, you cool. Don't come at me from Luton.
No, I didn't hear pollution. My fault. I didn't hear. But Digga D could have that tail. The tails that I'm interested in, not any brother could have. You get the point? This exclusive business. You get the point? Our brother, you're gonna see someone walking past, but you could already tell which is a slut. She's just a whore.
That's right.
The point. You know what I mean? But again, that shouldn't be something you're bringing up. I don't know who the hell would. You know what I mean? Don't go by sitting far from that mic, but he's like, next topic. Y'all ain't gonna disrupt me tonight. I wear the shades in the house. Nobody could accuse me of nothing.
Loud dog about man. That was yo. But next topic now, yeah. So talking about emotions and
when shout outs.
Come on, Kaz, if you could say the best time. My computer decided to fuck about.
Oh Lord, your computer watching other computers.
Yeah. See. It was my computer must have overheard a conversation. I was talking about the Mac, how good the Mac is, and now she's acting up.
We have. So it ain't showing up.
It's looking better now. Kind of looking much better now, sir.
All right. Who we have? We have. Hold on. Before we pull up coffee, take off coffee. Let's do some of the shouts outside.
Kind of one, cause sir.
All right, who we have? We have Just Art and Paint from Evansville, Indiana. Big up yourself, sis. Shalom, sis.
Shalom from Shalom.
Right, Indiana. That's Kapash on them, right? I believe that's close to Kapash on them, Indianapolis. Sharapa out there in the UK. Big up yourself, sis. Who else we have? Nakapaya. Right? You're Nakapaya on the inside. Always supporting how about in. We on the ends, you're damn right.
That's right.
We are Rakal. Big up yourself, sis. Hurry up and bring that baby, sis. Go on. We all waiting on that baby. Bring that baby. Come on, man. Bring that baby. Yeah, I mean, let me see Captain Fresh shed some manly tears. Congratulations to you all too again. Right? Who else we have? We have Tizapa One on the inside. Right? The King of the North. King of the North. King of the North.
Who's the King of the North again? What's the name? So like, who's the King of the North again in Game of Thrones again?
Game of Thrones. Jon Snow.
Nah, the man before him, man, the bad man, got his head cut off in the first 2 episodes, man.
Yeah, that he fought. I forget his name.
Oh,
I forget his name.
No sweat.
But that's not who Tizapa is. Tizapa don't get his head cut off. He cuts heads off.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, he cuts heads off. He takes heads and goes with it. You get the point?
Stark. Sharon Paul said it's Stark.
Stark. Yeah, I mean. Who else we are? We are Patrick Quarry on the inside. He said they smell like burnt feather. God damn. You're evil with these heathens, Zach. You're evil with these heathens, boy. Official Fred 1. Right? You'll do the Bunny Wheeler story already?
No, sir, not yet.
We had that coming. He done smell it coming then. Who else we have? John Brown, boy. Sheriff John Brown. Big up yourself, John Brown, whoever you are. I think it's John Brown who called in last week and all.
Yeah. You feel say?
I think it's him. He said he a yardie, but I don't know. I don't know why he have a white man up, but I think it's he who called in. Big up yourself, John Brown. I mean, listen, we recognize all fans, Zach. We recognize all of them. You know what I mean? Who else we have inside? We have Rapal with $9, Texas. Big up yourself, sis. Tazanawai out there. Big up yourself. Who else we have? Kamala, listen, them is nice shades, brother. Wearing, huh? Those all them shades. Them shades is, is it? You know what I mean?
Leg.
Yeah, listen, according to Dumgaba, use the lengest and the pengest.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Big up Matthew, man.
Big Matthew.
You know what I mean? Shalom, man. We'll come back to the rest of you. Let's get back with them. Some of them stories.
Kind of one answer. So again, we gotta go into coffee, man. So like, I don't know where to start with this system, man.
Coffee comes like a rapture, and everybody get captured.
Oh man.
Coffee.
Calvin Klein.
Lord.
You know what I mean? Calvin Klein put some money in her face, man. The sister, brother. It's like, yes, the sister, brother. This goes in there. The Calvin Klein.
I ain't gonna disrespect her. She is a sister. It hurt my heart to see. Oh, this could have been some young brother's rib. This could have been some brother's rib, and helping her make that music, keeping her less emotional, keeping her stable. She come from tour. He weighing out at night. She going back on tour with energy. That young thing she's missing. Every married sister knows the value of a husband. Any married sister knows the value of just having that man to talk to or to feed off of. But she done chose a lifestyle that's, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. You have a story on it?
So basically, Calvin Klein, she's modeling for Calvin Klein, modeling the boy shorts and going for that masculine look. And 9 times out of 10, I reckon she's been molested, man. She had an interview by Nick Cannon, and Nick Cannon was like, "So have you got any childhood crushes?" And she's like, "Nah, I got none." I don't know. That's a red flag for me, man. So lucky, sir. Me personally, I think she's been molested, man. She's too masculine. Even the clothes she wears, all masculine and all butch and stuff, man. Even Foot to Hype said the same thing. So you're allowing these lesbians, these Rastamen should be ashamed of themselves, talking about fire and fish and so forth, but you're allowing coffee to do her thing, man. So me personally, I think some injustice happened to her, man.
It's the same thing like how the Rastafarian community allow Bob Marley to be the face.
That's
right. There's no, you can't make pork clean. You get what I'm saying? It's damn near like, okay, if you're allowing this thing, you're gonna allow everything. You understand? If Bob Marley was alive today, he would promote this whole thing with coffee. You understand?
That's
He would
right.
against
Okay.
it, be against it. He would, yeah, let her do her thing. You know, she doing her thing, blah, 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 blah. There would be no, you know, there would be no criticism coming her way from him. You know what I mean? I ain't hear the Marley say nothing. Buju did a song with her, right?
That's right. Come on, Carter.
And did a song with her. Buju done. He knows the long arm of them homosexuals. He know how far they could go. You understand? He understands that thing, and he just, you know, he doing what any man in the world would do. Who that's his bread and butter. You get the point? But this sister here, you have another picture of her?
Kind of one. I got to show something else about another brother, but yeah, I got a couple more.
Yeah, is it on the same topic?
Yeah, kind of one, pretty similar, but I'll show some coffee as well. 1 second, sir.
Yeah, I think that coffee thing is, and I think I said this a while ago when she first came out with that track Toast. When I saw her, I was like, they're going to use her to bring in the LGBTQ agenda and make it, you know, fashionable. You know what I mean? Make it fashionable to be that type of person. Like, look at her. Okay, she has a certain hard exterior. All right, she had a certain look, but that's not. You can leave them pictures right there. Don't move those. But that's not saying she's ugly or anything. The picture in the middle, this is mannerisms that she learned how to look and talk and act and give off that masculine vibe. But the picture on the left is she's totally feminine. You understand what I'm saying? Like, that's a female on the left right there. You could see that, right? The picture on the right, she's there with who? What's this fella name again? Chronix?
Chronic, come on, Con.
Right? She's there with Chronix. And, you know, he ain't saying nothing about nothing. He backing her. I think him and Protege, they back her hardcore. You know what I mean?
No mention of her sexuality, man. That should be a big thing.
No, but she's the vehicle to make more money for the industry. Like, she's the one who could go into places they can't. You get me? Like Barack Obama, he ain't playing no Chronix or no Protege, but he is playing coffee.
That's
right. And because of that, now she could bring more attention to the industry. So it's now you willing now to give up your morals or your code for, you know, some, you know, a few more dollars. And they use her so much and they normalize her to the fame that now she take off her clothes for Calvin Klein, who is a homosexual himself. You know what I mean? Who is an absolute homosexual himself. Like, why would she do that in that manner? Why would you, you know, why would you have her in that space being this young girl? And she don't look as old as she actually is. Like, she looked like she could be 15. And Coffee's what, 20, 21, something like that?
I'm not sure. She's hella young. When I first heard about her, she was in her teens, late teens. So I'm guessing now she's about 20 now.
She about 20, 21, but she don't look like that. She look like she could be 15.
That's right.
Which is bringing in the whole pedophilia thing. Like, sexualizing a young look. You get what I'm saying?
Kind of one, Kyle.
Making this young look like something that you could be sexually attracted to, which is just off. It's absolutely off, man. She should not have done that. But she gonna figure out that later on. Right now, her value gonna go through the roof. Cause them LGBTQ is gonna get all the way behind her.
That's right.
They're gonna get all the way behind her with this thing.
And then them sodomites push each other to the moon, man. So before you know it, should be the next best thing. You know what I mean? But again, if I may say, also a video that came out in Jamaica as well, on the back of the whole molestation thing. This brother that was he mentally went all there, and he claims that a man molested him. And, you know, the brothers were laughing and recording it, and you know what I mean, all type of things like that.
Where India?
I want to breed me.
Where's India?
Okay, Mr. Bathroom, and carry just dragging Mr. Bathroom.
For?
No man can go. That India.
Where's India?
Drag me and like Mr. But
And do what? When did you? When did
fuck
you?
me and breed me.
Fuck you and what?
Breed me.
Breed you?
Yeah.
Eh?
Nothing do.
So which one you fuck you?
No, sir. No bottom, I hurt bottom.
You know bottom? Say what you man do to you? Buckle, you man for dead man. Your ball?
No ball.
Wanna get a ball?
No ball. I today church people tell church me Josh tell church people don't do.
Eh?
See.
Yeah, that's enough. I seen enough and heard enough of that. So like that's disgusting on a whole other level. A whole other booger man, raper man level.
The thing is, said like what you put out there is like these things happen, man, in our community a lot, and this probably happened to Coffee. You know what I mean? You're young, you're vulnerable, and people do shit like this here, man. It's a shame, man. That's what the Bible, you know what I mean? There's brothers that are strong, but brothers that the strong are here to protect the weak, man. And that's why people get, brothers like this. Shame, man. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's for sure happening. It's happening in the community coming from the church. Because didn't Coffee have a song what she did in a church?
Called W or
it's
L.
called W, right? And she did it with somebody. I think it was
Burner.
You sure it's Burner Boy?
No, not Burner Boy, Burner.
The rapper Burner, right?
Come on.
Hold on. I want to see something. Isn't that song she's talking about how the church is hypocritical or something?
I think that's the theme is in the church. For what I remember, she's talking about take the L, don't take the W. I could have missed the lyrics, but from what I know. I'm gonna go to the back.
Yeah, she's saying, I'm looking at the lyrics now. Okay, if I could, let me see if I could show it. You'll bear with me for a second. Cause this thing here with Coffee is a huge issue, right? Okay, so this is the lyrics of the song, right? We ain't gonna play the song, just due to the copyright stuff. But she say, I know news, me and my prime, I know crime. Meaning, she on top of her game. This is not new. This is not a news flash that she running things, right? Where the dollar sign, money upon my mind. So me not have no time for spend. Meaning she ain't wasting no time thinking about nothing else but money. Money is on her mind. Money is all she about, right?
Come on.
On the map, she on top and Coffee swag a lot. So she talking about herself, but she already say where the dollar sign, meaning she interested in money.
That's right.
That's what about. She interested in money.
And that's where the Calvin Klein thing comes in.
And that's how it comes in. You know what I mean? I wouldn't doubt they done primed her for this situation here, a couple of years ago. You know what I mean? So she say, I saw me wake up here, money maker, no makeup. You understand? So I think this was her response to what they were saying about her. You remember there was a time they were saying how her image and everything was so bad and blah, 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 blah. She grew up in church. So she said, I'm a money maker. I don't wear no makeup. You understand? Like, I ain't doing that. I'm on my money. You understand? Me go straight for the paper. Tell you wait, see you later. Right? Me step out, everybody look like what? Me so fresh. Them say, how you look like that? Right? Hot up every cranny and nook. And me slick. Me have every trick in the book. So now, she telling you, that's what she about. This was, allow the L, take the W. You understand? Allow the L, take the W, meaning the W for her is money. The W for her is not integrity. The W for her is not honor. The W for her is stacking that paper. And once again, if you could pull back up the picture of her in that the Calvin Klein thing, or maybe I could find it right here. It might be right here. You get the point? The W for her is again the paper, the money. You get me? Like, come on, you mean to tell me that this pretty girl here is a lesbian? Look at this girl here. This is a pretty girl here, brother. A young brother definitely could go there, and that could be somebody's river. Yeah, I mean, look at her here again. Come on, I mean, she have an eerie type of look, but I think that come from the church act. You know what I mean? I don't think that's like now you want to take this girl with all this talent, and now you turning her into some kind of sexual toy for every deviant to run and play with. You get me?
That's right.
Every single deviant to run and play. What the Calvin Klein picture?
So like I say, for me, I think it's gonna get worse. I think it's gonna get worse. Remember Rihanna? Rihanna first a little bit of breast, now Rihanna's a full out whore, man. And likewise with the sister. Starts off here. I bet you 5 years from now, the things she's gonna be doing, we're gonna be like, raw. It's gonna be mad.
Listen, I don't even think 5 years from now. I think it's sooner. And okay, she's saying she's slick. She about the money. But okay, there's certain things money can't buy back, like your integrity and your reputation. Once that's gone, that's gone.
That's right.
You understand? Once that's gone, it's gone. And what she doing here is really not worth it. But the bigger issue here is 2 things. She is letting everybody know it's okay to do this. Like a young sister coming up, it's okay to do this. I really can't blame her alone. You had people before Shensia, Spice, Lady Storm, Patra. Like, you really can't blame her for it. She's the one in the limelight now, but this is far from being her fault, right? And the other thing is, our oppressor makes us poor and starving so much, right? He oppresses us so much that for a little bit of money, he'll get us to do certain things to discredit us. You know what I mean? He'll get us to do whatever to discredit who we are as a people, and then it would trickle down to our whole nation because, everybody looking at, we live through superstars. We live through celebrities. You know what I mean?
Like, celebrities are what we admire, what we look up to. We won't do anything. I bet if one celebrity said, you know what, I'm taking the COVID vaccination, all black people would take that, man. You know what I mean? And likewise, as blacks and Hispanics, we look up to celebrities. So she's going to be the one to make brothers and sisters say, you know what, ain't nothing wrong with being a lesbian, man. I'm telling you, man, it's a shame. I can see it happening now.
It's absolutely ridiculous. And good night, Coffee. You're not an athlete, but you carrying that frame. You're trying too hard to be a man.
She do some sit-ups, man. She do some crunches.
You need a little body fat on you. You're a girl. You're gonna be pregnant one day. You need that body fat on you, man. You is not an athlete, and you carrying that frame. Stop trying to be me so goddamn much, man.
That's right. So, like you said, Coffee can't be in the Hebrew Academy, man.
Exactly. Life on this side is not easy, Life on this side, I don't know what you women be thinking. Y'all be thinking it must be so easy to be a man. Listen, you know how hard it is to have a woman on your side and watch the other woman over there at the same time?
You got to buy glasses and shit, man. So
buy the glasses, you have to deal with the emotions. No, but all jokes aside, like, imagine the type of life she had to grow up and the things she experienced to grow up to want to be a man. Like, that's horrible. That's just like the young boy telling the Rasta father, when I grow up, I want to be a white man. You understand? It's a certain amount of trauma that comes with your life growing up, where you's like, I'm done with this. God made a mistake. I want to be something else. You dig?
Cut it one concert.
It's ridiculous, It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? What else we have?
Moving on now. So we got a brother that was running around with a knife, and these neighborhood watch caught him, and they doubted him away, man. Doubted him kind of wicked still. So we're gonna play that right now.
Give the knife, bro. Give the knife, bro. Put it on the fucking floor. Put it on the fucking floor. Put the knife out. Put it on the floor now. Get up. Take the fucking knife on the floor. You're sticking in someone. Put it on the floor. See? Take the fucking video. Look at the fucking size of the knife. Stay there. Look at the size of the knife. Stupid fucking prick. fucking stick it straight to you. You think that's funny? Going around robbing 12-year-old kids. Put it on the car. 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 Look at the size of it. Leave it there.
What the fuck are you doing with that knife? Oh my god, I can't.
You got the fucking knife, yeah? You see it? You've done that. You've done that, yeah?
Fucking 6 of them last night. Pulled a knife out on Rico. He's
Ask him
13.
where he lives.
How old are you? He can show us where he lives.
13-year-old kid.
13-year-old
kid. Give me your address. Whereabouts, Raynham?
I'm
30. What road is that?
I don't know.
You don't know the fucking road, mate.
Yeah,
he's a liar.
RM1398 is this road here. 980.
You fucking stay there.
Then it's probably there, but it's
You
like
don't
it's
know
near
where
the
you
cross
live.
car. It's near the cross car, man.
Tell me the fucking road, mate.
I don't know the
You're not
road
from
name.
Raynham, that's what it is. You come to rob kids.
I bet
here,
someone
innit?
checked.
You come to leave it there.
Loads of people.
So wait, he's 13?
So it says there, 13 years old, got a knife on him. We don't condone knives, man, but had this been a white boy, it wouldn't have went like this, man.
Listen, I condone a knife if it's legal. If it's legal, I condone everything lawful. What I don't condone is accepting being a victim. You don't have to accept to be a victim. You get the point? You don't have to accept being a victim. You could fight back. You don't have to accept being a goddamn victim. You get the point? He's 13 years old. The way how he talking, you can tell he young. He just tall. He just has some size and some height on him, but he's a boy. You understand? And he's scared for his goddamn life. So he trying to protect himself because them buppies is not going to protect him.
That's
them
right.
buppies will quicker kill him. And he trying to protect himself, and they trying to make a whole meal of it, for the brother. I mean, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Every young brother needs to come into the UPK, man.
That's
come
right.
up in here. You listen, in here we well protected up in here and lawful. Absolutely legal. Legal and lawful and well protected, brother. And ain't nobody going to circle around you like that in that manner. You understand? If they do circle you, it's to have a counsel on how to deal with you because you one of them UPK boys. You one of Command and Johnny Hanna boys. And he don't eat nice, so we ain't gonna lay no hands on him. You get the point? His lack of a nation is why he's in that situation. You get the point? Because they look at him like he doesn't belong to anybody, and nobody is gonna kick brass for what he do. That kick brass, that's an old Benjamin saying. Somebody kick brass for you, meaning like somebody tearing up the place for what was done to you. But they're looking at him saying, "Hey, nobody ain't gonna raise no hell for him, so we could do him whatever he want." You know what I mean? Is there more?
Color one cancer.
No, if it was somebody who already done it, that's what I'm saying.
He's gonna be out in a couple hours if the fucking police come in. He's loving it. He's coming out in a couple hours. He should have got put in the boot and gone. Man. Not come back, man. Listen, if there was all 6 of them last night, they would have put someone else in the boot. You know what I'm saying? They stupid, man.
Give it now.
I'm trying to tell you guys why.
Give me your phone. Give me your phone. Get your
I
fucking
don't have
phone.
my phone on me. You can check me right now. You guys gonna check me, search me right now. I don't have my phone on me. I came out here by myself.
Robbing other fucking kids, fam.
Listen,
What
are you doing here, mate?
What are you fucking doing here? What's wrong with you?
Your kids were there.
You moved here. Why you going
last night? They tried to rob kids. These kids they tried to rob last night. These kids.
Wait for now. If one of these tell me that you've tried to rob them again, I swear to God, I'm going to come round and I'm sticking right on your fucking head. Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
And look at that, man. It's a child, man. The police are called already. Let the police do their job, man. But again, why people hate black people so bad that even our children, man. This is why Trayvon Martin dead, man. Because white people don't see a black child, they see a big gorilla, man. And white people feel so courageous when they, attack a child, man. Everyone's mobbing him. Listen, these are the reasons why a man must carry a knife, man. This mob is the reason why his brother must carry a knife, man. There's a video that leaked recently, and they beat the hell out of his brother, man. Grown adults beat the hell out of a 13-year-old boy, man. It's like a dung boy. Say something like that.
And if you listen to the video, what one of the men said is, if the police come, he'll be out in an hour. Meaning this man would rather kill him, man. Meaning he don't want the police to come because he's gonna be out in an hour. And this is nothing new that white men have been beating up kids, man. Right. So lucky I got another book with me. It's called Black and British, man.
Please.
So I'm gonna show you that the same way they used to beat black like what these white people are seeing here is a slave, man. That's all they're seeing. They're seeing is a slave, and we can beat him, and we know he's black, and he probably doesn't have no father. Because if they understood that he had a father and big brothers, they wouldn't have treated him like this, man. Right. But they're treating him like this. In their mind, he ain't got no brothers, he ain't got no father. So we're gonna read from the book. This is like in the year 1725, which lets you know from 1725 to 2021, white men have always been beating up black kids, man.
That's right.
Which lets you know the same devil it was back then, the old serpent is the same one today, man. So we're gonna read that from the top.
This is page 113. One day in the winter of 1765. The exact date is not known.
So this was 1765, because people like to say racism over, but what we're seeing right here is the same thing that we're going to read about right now. Go ahead.
A lawyer from Barbados named David Lyle.
So this was a devil that was a lawyer in Barbados that was originally from London, but he moved back to London and had a slave with him. Go ahead.
Savagely beat Jonathan Strong.
He did what?
Savagely beat Jonathan Strong.
Now listen, man, when I'm reading that and watching this video, it sounds like the same thing to me.
Right.
Sounds like the same thing. Read on.
His black slave.
His what?
His black slave.
And when they see this boy, all they see is a black slave, man. That's why they can beat him and tell him we're gonna stab him. The man, what did the man say? He's gonna stab him. The man said he's gonna stab him, man.
Right.
Imagine if 5 black men done that to one little white boy, man. Listen, can you imagine the outcry? There would be riots, there would be everything going on.
That's
right. But because he's black, and also black people, young black men, I see him as older. So they've done some statistics that a young black man at the age of 12, they treat him like an adult, and that's what these white men are doing right here, man.
That's exactly what they're doing. Yeah, you're so right, because he's a boy.
Whereas if it was a white child, they'd treat him like a child, man, and set him on his way. But I read them Cortazar.
Lyle, who lived in London, was in the habit of beating the boy.
He was in the habit of what?
Was in the habit of beating the boy.
So this man used to always beat the boy, but he beat him different this time. Go ahead.
But this attack was more severe than his previous assaults. He repeatedly struck Strong about the head and face with a pistol.
He did what to the boy?
He repeatedly struck Strong about the head and face with a pistol.
So this white man beat this boy up with a pistol, man. Go ahead.
The blows were so ferocious and so numerous that eventually the pistol broke.
He beat him with the pistol in his face so much that the pistol broke, man. The pistol broke, man. Do you know how hard it has to be gunbucking him for the pistol to break, man? Go ahead.
The metal barrel and lock separating from the wooden stock.
It beat him so much that the gun all broke in pieces, man. The barrel separated from the wood. Go ahead.
Deprived of his weapon, Lyle cast this boy and out into the filth of the Georgian street. His face a mass of open wounds.
His face a mass of open wounds, man. Go ahead.
An account detailing Strong's injuries concluded that the blows he had received had made his head swell very greatly.
Go ahead.
And when the swelling abated, a disorder fell on his eyes.
So now, once the swelling went down, this boy nearly lost his eyesight, man, because he got beat that much by this man, this white man. And it was common that white men could beat black men in the streets.
Right.
And that's why the Teddy Boys used to do it, man. That's why that white gang called the Rockers used to do it. That's why that white gang called the Mods used to do it. Another white gang called the Suede Boys used to do it. They used to beat black men in the streets, man. And this is talking about the 60s, 70s, the 80s. They used to beat black men in the streets until they all started to war with each other. But they put their issues aside to do what? Beat up black men, man. Read on.
Which nearly occasioned the loss of his sight. This was followed by an ague, fever, and lameness.
So it beat him so much that he got a fever, man. Go ahead.
And lameness in both feet.
So much that he got a fever, and both he couldn't walk after this for a while. Go ahead.
Both by modern standards, Jonathan Strong was a minor.
But it was a what?
Jonathan Strong was a minor.
Jonathan Strong was a minor, man, that got beat up by this white man. Same like this child here. How old was he?
13.
Same like this child is a minor, man. Same thing. Go ahead.
A child of around 16.
How old was he?
A child of around 16.
So there you have it, man. They've been beating up black men from 1725, man. They've been beating up black kids from 1725.
That's right.
This child was a minor, man, and it beat him around the face with a gun. And this child right here is a minor, and you got a white man saying, "Don't call the police. We'll be out in an hour, man." This is the same white man who tells you, "Don't worry, kids make mistakes." They don't allow our children to make mistakes.
That's
man.
right.
Like it's like to them, black kids can't make mistakes. Whereas they could have said to him, they could have taught him the dangers of walking around with a knife. But what do? Throw him on the floor in the street, telling him they're going to stab him. One of them said he should be put in the boot and gone away.
Yeah.
One of them said he should be put in the boot and gone away, man. And this is the thing. We love our oppressor, and they've always treated us like this.
Right.
Like if child, if I don't know if his father's in his life or whatnot, but if this happened to one of our children, man, listen, man. That whole street would turn to rubble, man.
Right.
That street, what did they say? That street called what? That street wouldn't come up in your sat nav no more, man. That street wouldn't come up no more. This was one of our children.
You gotta get them at biblical arc. It would be better if that happened to one of us. That street, it would be better for Sodom and Gomorrah than what happened in that street.
That's right.
It's going to be a better sight of Sodom and Gomorrah than that street afterwards. You know what I mean? Is absolutely ridiculous. You're so right with it. And I think Karathi was telling me the boy had to be hospitalized. They did beat him up off camera.
You see here, sir. What's in call it?
So I spoke to his mum, yeah. I spoke to our little brother, yeah, and I've got the true story. Not only the story of what really happened on that day, and it's much worse than what we even thought in the beginning, yeah, but the backstory that led a 13-year-old to be out there in that situation.
They beat him up. They beat him up even worse, huh? They beat him up even worse. You know what I mean? You could take the video off.
Slug, sir, I got a caller also, sir.
No sweat.
All right, caller, you got a question or comment?
Comment.
All right, first and foremost, where you calling from?
Noble, CFR Network, Brum, 0121.
No sweat, Brum in the house. Big up, Brum.
Yes, Green. Yes, Shabbat Shalom to everybody. Very disturbing footage. I did peep this a couple of weeks back. And as everyone's highlighting, this is the mentality and the savagery of some of these beings that are out here. Yeah, you've got a youngster. Clearly, he's walking around with a knife he shouldn't have. Yeah, you know, we ain't talking about that. We're talking about the reaction of these beings, of these wicked people, big adults. And this youth is what, 13 years old or something?
Yep.
And they're making threats of violence. They're making threats of murder, kidnap to a young youth, and the police have already been called. You can see from the footage, my youth is petrified, he's scared.
Right.
And there's a man coming up all up in his face, yo, I'm gonna stab you in your head if I hear you've done anything, this and this. You got the little demon girl talking about, yeah, they tried to rob my kids the day before. It was probably him. So as I was saying in the chat, they're projecting all of their anger, all of their fears, all of their, you know what I mean, all of their problems on this one little youth here.
Exactly. Correct. Put the video back up. Let's take the volume off as the brother talking. You know what I mean? Just so it could be relevant. Go ahead, brother.
No. I heard y'all talking about this. There was additional footage or some other story to say that this mob of demons beat him up.
Yeah, there was not that one, Karate. The other one where he's in front of the car. All right. Like there's some pictures of the pictures you see on the screen now is pictures of him in the hospital where his nose is bloody. I think they broke his nose. You know, his mouth is busted up. I think he has some cuts or something. Let's take the volume off. I think he has some cuts or something on his leg. on behind his leg or whatever they do to him.
Rotted. Oh, I'm seeing it now. Still, I paused up the thing. I'm seeing it now. Still.
Yeah.
This is the savagery and mentality of some people, man. Some of these beings. How can you do that to local youths? And he's trying to explain, say how he's just moved around to the area, and unfortunately, as some of the youths are doing, they think to protect themselves, they've got to carry a next thing. That's what he was explaining he was doing. He was not there, you know, according to him, he was not there looking to rob no other local youths.
Listen, regardless of if he was looking to rob somebody, that's the thing. I'm going there with it. Let's say he is a criminal and he is going to rob somebody. Why y'all not doing that to your own? You understand? When the Pakis and them doing thing, when the Africans and them doing thing, when the white boys doing thing. There's another video of some white boys who beat up a cop in Birmingham. Some white boys walking around. The cop stopped them. He kicked the cop in the groin, a hard kick in the groin, and him and his homie started beating up the cop and a female cop. And his mugshot, he looking fine. They ain't beat him up. They ain't bust his lip, and these is police. So why is it this to us, whether he's a criminal or not? And there's a young boy, you see them fresh Nikes he wearing? He knows he's a target. Right or wrong, Raphael? He knows somebody could stick him for them shoes. He just moved in the area. He don't know. He needs to protect himself because none of these same heathens here, none of these Pakis or white people here would stop him from getting robbed or mugged or jumped. They wouldn't jump in and say, nah, don't do him that. He just moved in. They wouldn't get involved. So he had to protect himself. So you so right. Like, you know, we really have to start to look at them for who they are. These heathens, they're not our people. You understand? And I always say it. The white man is the devil and the white woman. You see, she get down in his face to say what? She ain't telling her people stuff. What's just big oversized pig right there standing over him? And once again, man, if you're an Israelite, you in the UK, you whether you in Brom, whether you up north in Manny, Leeds, Sheffield, whether you're down south in London, Croydon, all them places, you find the Israelite school at UPK where you have a nation and a family, because for sure, brother, this ain't happening to us. This ain't happening to us. And if it do happen, it's the Lord providing an opportunity to show his power. Because, brother, what's going to happen in that area there is something else. And we're going to do everything by the book. We're going to do every single thing by the goddamn book. You better never, ever come to us with none of this mess. I pray this brother find his way to the UPK, man. Find his way so he could have righteous hatred. You see how he holding his lip, which means they done hit him already. He just pulled his lip there to check his lip, which means they done punch him in his face already. And this is another evil thing. Because of the Christian church, they're going to tell him it's his fault and he has to forgive and forget them. Like they won't allow him to have that righteous rage or that righteous anger. They're not going to do it.
That's right.
You understand? They're going to force him to blame himself for what just happened to him. That ain't his fault, man. That is not his fault. The white man is the devil the Bible speaks of.
Right.
That's right.
Fidax. Hey, listen, Shalom. Give thanks for the build. Thanks for the opportunity to voice the opinion.
Don't check the brothers in the class.
Say that again, sorry?
I say come down, check the brothers out at the class whenever you get time.
Oh yeah, man, listen, that already, man. Already, that's definitely gonna happen, man. We're gonna link in the physical, most definitely.
No sweat, warrior. All right, Hebrew.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Damn. It's a shame, man. Little boy got mashed up, man. It's a shame, man. But again, these things show us that, listen, the oppressor ain't your friend, man. It's what you do to your children. You know what I mean? I know it's America, so people are going to think, well, it's America, but the Dylan Roosh shot black people, man, and he got Burger King, man. This brother had a knife, and he gets twisted up and lit, slack it on about.
Also, there was a white man from, I can't remember, it's from the UK, somewhere called Dale Cregan, and he killed 2 police officers, shot them 32 times, and threw grenades at them, man. And he got taken to jail alive, man. He got taken to jail alive. And the police protected him. They put up scaffolding outside the court. They put snipers on the roof just so no one don't harm him, man. And that court case cost $5 million. And now Dale Cregan's they had him in a hospital, and he was bragging about how he's cooking, playing PlayStation, how he's having fun in there, and he got taken alive, having thrown 2 grenades, man. Meanwhile, Rashawn Charles was trying to run for his life, and he can't play PlayStation no more, man.
Right.
He can't have no £5 million trial no more, which lets you know there's something corrupt with the system, man. People think we just talk about race. People think we talk about these stuff without the facts. When we always bringing out the facts, man. The facts is Mark Duggan's not alive, man. Rashawn Charles ain't alive, man. That should let you know if them 2 ain't alive and a man who threw grenades at the police is alive. He got taken alive, man. There was another man called Eli Hall, a Benjamite man. They flooded the house. Like they wanted to raid him so bad. They cut off his electricity, they cut off his heating, and so forth. And he refused to come out. And he knew that if he came out, they was going to kill him. So then he set the pad on fire, man, and killed himself before they got to kill him. Whereas with white people, man, they get Burger King, man. They cut off this man's electric, so he can't cook or nothing, man. You can look up the story as well. His name's Eli Hall, and then look up the story Dale Cregan, how he lured the police to his house. He called 999, made them come, and threw grenades at them, and both the police women officers died, man.
Listen, even the one with the brother with the guy who killed himself, is that a brother?
Come on, Benjamin.
Listen, I would go check that story again too. I know they would probably say he killed himself, but he ain't kill himself. They killed him. Like think about it. They knew the story is he knew they was coming to kill him, so he killed himself.
That's what they say, but earlier reports said they didn't know how he died. Then afterwards they said he shot himself in the head.
Yeah,
So
you see what I'm saying?
like
That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. That's just like I don't know if you remember Christopher Dorner. Christopher Dorner in America was a cop who went rogue because he saw some injustice and he didn't like what they was doing and blah 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 blah. But he started shooting at cops and lawyers and he killed a few people. They cornered him in a cabin and they surrounded it, and you could hear the sheriff saying, "Burn the bitch down with him inside."
Don't fuck about for real.
And then yeah, you could hear it on tape. But let's let this mother effer burn, and they lit the cabin on fire. And they say Christopher Dorner, he committed suicide in there. He ain't committed suicide. Y'all kill him. You know what I mean? Y'all kill him. Committing suicide is not a black way. It's not. It's very, very rare you would find a Israelite that commits suicide. Even the attempts, when brothers and sisters attempt to do it, we ain't successful at doing it.
It's like you said, jail is full of niggas that got caught, man. And none of these brothers thought I'm gonna take my life before they catch me. It's full of brothers that look. That's not how we go out, man. We try, and when the police get the best of us, let's put our hands up, go in jail. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Go ahead. But the last one now, we're going to Bonnie Whaler, man.
Hold on. Before you play back that video that you just had there, please, because I want people to see that video. Because they're going to say, well, black people violent, this, that, they had to beat up the brother. No, they didn't have to do that. This video happened recently. These two devils was on their way to rob what store? I forget the store.
No, they went to go buy a game, I think.
No, they was going to do a robbery act. Play it back from the beginning. They wasn't going. That's what they told the cop. They told the cop they was going to buy a game, but they was on their way to rob a store.
What? Didn't even know.
The cop saw them and he was like, they look suspicious, and they turned around, to walk in the opposite direction. That made the cop more suspicious. Go ahead.
Hi chaps. Let's have a quick chat. Why are we in town today? Why are we both in town today?
To get the new Call of Duty because I can't sit around in lockdown. Man.
Where do you live?
I live in Stetchford.
Stetchford. Alright, it's not appropriate travel. Okay. I'm going to check your details because blatantly you both saw us walking up here and you turned around and you've come walking around.
Martino Square, back on set! Get off! Get the gun of me! on, man.
Can you off his says,
Yo, let's move him, bro. He ain't banging, man. I get it. He ain't done nothing.
Move away!
Let go, bro.
Move away!
Let go, bro.
Right.
Let's try out, let go.
Listen, she said move away or else.
Right.
What the fuck you was going to do?
Okay, look.
The cute girl at the help.
We're going back.
Yeah, right. Yeah, sorry. We just got one mouth just punched us both in the face with his... He's kicked my colleague.
Right, get down to the back. That's the same thing, but harm your face. We do not mention when questioned. Ready with your letter in court.
Where was you born?
Born. In 84, Clint Butler.
Oh, so he told me a different name.
Where's the weed? Could be wanted for absconding.
Look how they
Is that
have
what it
him.
is?
So nice.
I knew it was going to be something a bit more serious than a bit of weed.
What was it?
Absconded from prison.
And, you know, the cop took the shoe to help him out.
I kept my hat on.
That's a good effort.
You know.
And that's it. He looked normal. Like, even that dot on his head don't even look like a wound. That looked like, you know, either he a Muslim, he bowing down, or something, or a birthmark. But they handled him so nice. They handled him so nice. Look at him. That's his mugshot. But this brother here, who ain't commit no crime, he got to end up, you know, beaten up, bloodied nose, you know, lacerations on his leg. White man is the goddamn devil.
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, he look at a cop and kick the cop in the nuts and then begin to fight. The broad, you're like, oh, police, back up. God damn. I wanted them to smack the broad in the mouth.
But for out there, listen, that kick was just awful, man. What? Come on, man. What was that, man? It's a little kick, slip, drop off. I was like, oh, come on, man.
He wasn't serious about getting away. He wasn't serious about it.
You wanted to go jail, man.
Yeah.
But Khan, so we're gonna get into Bunny Wailer. You know what I mean? Bunny Wailer was the leader of the Wailers. You know what I mean? It was Bob Marley. It later became Bob Marley and the Wailers, but initially it was the Wailers with Bunny Wailer being in charge, the lead singer. So recently the brother passed. You know what I mean? He passed, and guess what? You ask about Bunny Wailer, he was the brains behind the whole operation. No one even knows him. Everyone's like, who's that? Everyone knows about Bob Marley. He became the face. He made the mills. He went, you know, all over the globe and so forth and on stage. And the man that put Bob Marley on, no one even knows about him, man. So Bunny Wailer recently passed. He lived, what, 73? Lived way longer than Bob Marley. Way older than him. And this was the brother's net worth, man. This brother passed, died, and this was his net worth, meaning what he owned. Said Bunny Wailer's net worth is 500,000, 360,000 according to his wealth, according to the site Celebrity. So that's how much he was worth, man. After he put Bob Marley on, he was a man of the Wailers at the time. And then this is Bob Marley's net worth. It says who didn't live to 73. You know what I mean? Bunny Wailer had time to make more songs and make more money. Why? Because he was alive longer than Bob Marley, way longer than Bob Marley. And to this day, Bob net worth is 32 million, man. And come on, man. From America to England, all over the globe, people are wearing Bob Marley t-shirts, man. People are sampling soundtracks, and every time he play one of his songs, man, him and his kids get some increment, man. Yeah, Bob Marley got a great grandson who is a black man. He's black. His father's black. He's related to Bob Marley on his mom's side. And this brother don't take his dad's name. He took the name of his great grandfather on his mom's side. Why? Because it's something to be a Marley. With being a Marley comes what? Money, comes fame,
opportunity,
popularity, opportunity. Kind of one concert. And his brother's like, listen, I want some of that, man. And what love do you get for being a Wailer, man? Nothing, man. Meanwhile, the Wailer was the backbone of Bob Marley, man. Being a Wailer was what made Bob Marley in the first place, man.
Exactly. So that group, the Wailers, it come from Bunny Wailer. Get back a picture of Bunny Wailer up if you don't mind. It comes from Bunny Wailer. You know what I mean? Bob Marley would be nothing without them. without Bunny Wailer and Peter Tosh, and Bob Marley, he would not have learned, all the culture of black people to put in song. He would not have done that. He would have had no talent. He was a boy, grew up in the church, had a white father, was from the country, and grew up in the church, probably learned how to sing. But the whole instruments and stuff like that, and the way how the Bob Marley today is a creation of Bunny Wailer and Peter Tosh. You understand? Right. The Bob Marley today, is the creation of him. And it's rough because the world is damn near like the world knows Bunny Wailer because of Bob Marley, when the world's supposed to know is the other way around. You get the point? It's the other way around. And him and his family, they ain't got what Bob Marley got. You get me? They ain't got the wealth and the fame that Bob Marley got. I'm sure Bunny Wailer have children, but I'm sure they all have to work for a living. You get the point? Bob Marley kids, they in his empire. That name is paying bills just by having that name, Marley. You get the point? Yes, that's Skip Marley, as he said. You have another one, Kimani Marley. What the hell does he do?
Nothing. You got Stephen Marley, and all they do is sit back and get the money of their thieving grandfather, man, who stole our culture, just like Sean Paul, just like all of them, man, steal culture. Just like all these African artists in the UK stealing culture, just like the oppressed steal culture and make money, man.
That's
just
right.
Like Eminem, as Zarpan said. Eminem's little crackhead daughter, man, Haley, man, she's set for life. Why? Because her father's a thief, man. Her father did enough thieving and stealing and culture appropriation that she's set for life now, man. Right. She ain't got to suffer like how you suffer. It's lucky other one.
Exactly. No, that's the truth. That's the absolute truth, where they have an empire now where they their name is paying bills. Their names is cashing checks. You know what I mean? You have another one, Julian Marley. You know what I mean? Who tried to sing, but he just have the Marley. He had that long Marley nose and that dreadlocks, and that's about it. But outside of Damien, and what's the one that's do the music?
Damien, Kimani.
No, not Kimani. There's one, the one who makes the music, the producer.
Ziggy.
Is it Ziggy? The one and he sounds exactly like Bob.
I believe it's Ziggy. But Kimani sounds like Bob too, actually, in my opinion. They all try to mimic their father's voice.
I ain't really know Kimani Marley music so well. But I know that one who actually does it was Stephen Marley, not Ziggy. Stephen. I think he's like the producer of the family. He does a whole ton of music and mixing and beats. He does a whole ton of beats. Like he has a song with Capleton and Sizzler. And the song is bad as shit, but he spoiled the song. You know what I mean? His name on the song is Rockstone. You know what I mean? Rockstone. And the hook is hardcore. He said, Rockstone was my pillow. That's where I would lay my head on, Rockstone. You know what I mean? And Capleton verse is hard, Sizzler verse is hard. Then he come in with some go-go, some go-go beat, some old, them fluorescent light type beats, trying to sing and spoil the goddamn song. And that's really the legacy of the Marleys, where they really spoil a culture that would talk about pain and hard times and how much Babylon need to pay and how much Bundong Sodom and Gomorrah, even Anthony B. Anthony B now ain't the Anthony B from before. He is a different guy now. All of them is so different. And it's the immense poverty that we go through, where we take whatever comes our way while they take our treasure, which is our culture. Our culture is our treasure. But we'll trade it up, because we're so poor. We trade it up because we're so suffering and starving. And it's quite a shame that this Bunny Wailer, he had to die. He had money, but relative to the empire that Bob Marley has, he died broke. You know what I mean? His children don't have that legacy to live on to. You know what I mean? If Christ ain't back in 100 years, the Marleys who are around will still be claiming One Love and Redemption Song and Chase Them Bald Heads Out of Town. They're still going to be singing those things. You get me?
That's right.
But it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous how that thing went, man.
It's like a dongle ball.
And it's disrespectful. Like, whenever you type in, like, if you type their songs in on whatever music platform you listen to, it says Bob Marley and the Wailers. Like, that's like going to a shop and when the side just comes free with whatever's there. It's like the Wailers just come as the side, and Bob Marley's like the main, like Bob Marley and the Wailers. It don't even give their full name. So you're thinking the Wailers would be about 10 people, 20 people.
That's right.
You don't know how much people make up the Wailers.
Exactly.
Why? It just says Bob Marley and the Wailers, as to say, as to say, these niggas just fill the rest of the verses. Meaning, after Bob Marley's verse, they just fill the rest of the verse. When, if you ever listen to them, Bunny Wailer could sing, man. Like, Bunny Wailer's got a song called Dreamland. He's got a song called Dreamland, man. And he's singing about how he had a dream about a land where it flowed with honey. And the thing is this, man, we could have that dreamland if white people wasn't in the way, man. Like, everything that Bunny Wailer, all these reggae songs that we dream about the oppression, the reason we're singing these songs is why? Because the white man's in the way, man. With him out of the way, we wouldn't. The oppression wouldn't be there. With him out of the way, we wouldn't need to sing about going to a land overseas, because we would be there. But because this oppressor's there, we can only dream about it. Imagine our oppressor doesn't have to dream because he's living the life, man. But we have to dream. Why? Because in reality, he won't allow us to have it, man. I mean, Bunny Wailer can't even have his full name on a song, man. On the song, it says what Bob Marley and the Wailers, which is letting you know this man's the problem. This is why we all need to come to the I.S.U.P.K.
Wailer's his surname, mind you.
Which lets you know, man, as long as this man's in the way, all we have is dreams, and he would take our dreams from us if he could, man. Like, they've got their reality. Like, Bob Marley's set, man, millionaire, kids is set, and we can just dream about it. I had a dream that my kids is going to be millionaires one day. The thing is this, man, as long as this devil's there and we let him steal our culture, it's always going to be a dream for us, man.
That's right.
This dreamland that Bunny Wailer's talking about, listen, man, he dreamed of this dreamland, and in his mind, his thinking is he's gonna die, go to heaven and go there, man, realizing that's a lie, man. Like Bob Marley, all them records he sold, all that money should have went to Bunny Wailer. All the kids which have got no talent. I mean, the one in Shutters has got no talent whatsoever, man, and they made him survive, man. Like in the movie, he survived. Biggs.
Exactly, really, man. Spragga Benz is bigger, man. That's the man who make the movie. Spragga Benz made the goddamn movie.
Who win? You mean win?
That had Biggs killed Teddy Brockshot and everyone, man.
Teddy, man, Brockshot, Teddy.
They had him kill everyone. Like, they always make the white man the star of every single movie, man.
Exactly.
Every single movie.
Listen, and when he killed Teddy, he ain't killed Teddy in no gangster way, Teddy was begging, crying. Remember, he said, Wayne, you're going to not Wayne, yes, Wayne was his name? Biggs. He said, Biggs, you're going too far now, Biggs. You're going you take this, you take that, you kill me, woman. I have on the inside, Biggs. He started beg. Like, that's how he want him. That's how, we must see him. He get the woman, he get the money, he kill everybody. That's him. When, this man is a devil, he's a white man. He's the last samurai. You understand? He is, he is the last Mohican, the last samurai. Dances with wolves was supposed to be the native Indians. He is dances with wolves. He is everything, every story. The scriptures say when he tells a story, when he tells a lie, he tells it of his own. Meaning every story of himself that he tell is a goddamn lie.
That's right.
It's an absolute goddamn lie. And even with this Wailers Act, if I could, they say it developed. Hold on, Bob Marley and the Wailers were a Jamaican reggae band led by Bob Marley, right? Led by Bob Marley. It developed from the earlier ska vocal group, the Wailers. So the Wailers was around before. Created by Peter Tosh, Marley, and Bunny Wailer in '63. I know how well Bunny Wailer fit in there. By late '63, singers Junior Brathwaite, Beverly Kelso, and Sherry Smith had joined on. by the early 70s, Marley and Bonnie Wailer had learned some instruments, blah, 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 blah. Then they said the Wailers were formed when self-taught musician Herbert Winston McIntosh, otherwise known as Peter Tosh, met singers Neville Livingston, Bonnie Wailer, and Robert Nesta Marley in 63, right? So then they're saying this. The lineup was known variously as the Teenagers, then the Wailing Rude Boys, then the Wailing Wailers, and finally just the Wailers. So you see, Bob Marley is nowhere there.
That's right.
In the beginning, you know, because I think he's older, it was just there was known as the Teenagers, then there was known as the Wailing Rude Boys, which means after Bonnie Wailer. Then after that, there was known as the Wailing Wailers after Bonnie Wailer. And then finally, just the Wailers. But somewhere along the line, with, you know, record labels and, you know, investors and all that type of stuff, they decided to form the image of what they wanted the Wailers to be.
It's like, so if I may, sir, there was a documentary that I was supposed to bring out today, but I was unable to. There must have some sort of copyright sign, some luck. I couldn't save the video. And in this documentary, she said that the record companies got involved and they said Bonnie Wailer and Peter Tosh was too black. And they wanted someone more light-skinned to, it'll be more representing or, you know, more appealing to the public.
You can't play the link?
I tried to save it and there's some sort of copy link on it that I can't do it, sir. So I couldn't get to save it.
You can't pull up the video on it right now?
After it was a documentary that I saved from BBC iPlayer, you see. I can't seem to find it right now. And that's why they put Bob Marley in charge, sir. For that reason, they'll tell you.
But that would be so good if you could just get that piece right there and play it now, or even just video record it on your phone so people could see. Like they chose Bob Marley because, again, just like the white man, he's too black. He's too black for the, you know, that same thing we were talking about earlier, the color barrier. You understand? He's just too black for it. They need
even
somebody like. Go ahead.
Even with Haile Selassie, I think they picked him because he's a king, but he ain't too black. A dark-skinned man being a black man's king, they're like, nah, that's too much, man. That's my opinion, I reckon.
I feel you with that. I totally feel you. And anytime Esau picks his leaders, it's because he has something over them. You know what I mean? But that thing there with the Wailers, that's insane, brother. You might want to get that and prepare it to put a clip up or something. Make a clip and put it out. You know what I mean? But that would be good to show that they hijacked the Wailers from Bonnie Wailer, man. It was a cool, smooth move, and then Bob Marley took off. One Love, I think, was the song that got him world recognition, and then after that, his catalog just grew. You know what I mean?
I believe I was talking to you one day. He said that Bob Marley is clearly a white man. Look how he dances and whatnot. He dances like Elvis.
Oh Lord, Tawada!
If I could play, if I could show the screen of him dancing,
please show me it, listener. And you know, growing up. Listen, growing up, they tell us, you know, the Rasta man dance and he dance and that's how they dance. But brother, show that thing bigger and just take the volume off.
Is that full screen?
Yeah. Listen, Ak. What the fuck is he doing? You gotta get the part where he really get into the music and he started to swing and move real awkward. Yeah. That's it. Look at him. That's a white man dancing. Look at him. That's the white boy in the middle of the black crowd that don't got no sauce, no flavor, no nothing. Look at him.
He's shadow boxing.
What is he doing?
I think it looks like he's possessed now.
What is he doing? But now you go get them them three boys who be doing them you know you get who's that one of them men who just be dancing Shelly Belly, Who be dancing now? Who be making all them dances?
Wait, Shelly, but you make some dances again, Mr. Mogul or
yeah, I forget the names. I think Not Nice is a dancer too.
No, Not Nice producer.
Yeah, producer.
Yeah,
One of them
okay.
they always calling. But the way how he move, that's a heathen.
That's right.
That's a heathen, brother. Look. Like look how the sisters is in sync. But look at him. Bro, that's a heathen act. It's only because of the music, and we think that's the epitome of reggae dance. So we look at him like, yeah, he getting it in. No, you're not, nigga. No, you're not. Ain't no broad watching him moving like that and thinking, a woman, any movement a Negro make, she are automatically thinking of the rod. Anything you're doing. Ain't no woman looking at him and being like, yeah, I bet he could tear this thing up. Nah, that nigga look like he gonna fall.
E-pills, man. Shit.
Yes, it's totally whack. It's totally whack.
And that's a compilation, and not in one clip is he dancing decent, man. Not one. Shit.
Yeah, and we pattern ourselves after him and doing all this extra shit. That's a heathen way of dancing, brother. Like them bro. Was it dancing group, boy? Them dancers who be doing them dances. It's Tree Rasta who be doing dances.
3 Rastas. I don't. The Black Blingers. You had Shelly Billy. Who else again? I used to watch them. Passa DVDs back in the day, man.
Hold on. I'm gonna find it. Hold on. This is just a little clip. The active crew. I know everybody know this crew, right?
Oh yes, that's the coffee in it. Yeah.
Come on, man.
I know that's the coffee, mate.
Yeah, let me see if I get some more. I ain't want to see Winford.
Now we found it in the Bronx, New York. But who are they? Let's find out. This video.
Listen, I mean.
This video. And now we found it.
Come on, man. Come on. I mean,
yeah, come on.
They had a little ways. It ain't, it ain't the most, but it ain't that Bob Marley shit.
That's right.
It ain't that Bob Marley shit. Like, think about all the dance, the Elephant Man creates so much dance upon the river, upon the bank, Thunderclap.
Scooby-Doo. The Sesame Street.
He up there dancing like he a fucking, epileptic, he having a goddamn seizure. he looking like, a white boy on acid.
That's right.
Man, that ain't us. That ain't us. And, it's rough that Bunny Wheeler had to sit by and watch that shit. And I guarantee you, if he had a voice to talk or a platform to say wherever, he would have said it. Just like the brother in front of the car, how they would make him accept it. A lot of these things that happen to us, they make us accept that shit. And that shit is not, acceptable. You know what I mean?
Like you said,
You good,
I believe Peter Tosh didn't accept it, and that's why Peter Tosh is so demonized till today. Like today, he's looked at as like Bob Marley is a hater, and like people put the two up against each other, Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and then Peter Tosh is looked at as the demon that hated on Bob Marley's success. When the whole time Peter Tosh was saying he didn't like Bob Marley. Them two had issues. He didn't like Bob Marley at all. But obviously the papers have it that Peter Tosh was a hater, when really Peter Tosh is right. He sees that this white boy is coming and is stealing the culture, man.
Exactly. Exactly. I wish we had more time to go into it. I think they had something with Peter Tosh. Somebody ambushed somebody and somebody gets shot. Remember, Bob Marley gets shot too.
Yeah.
It was some ambush with one of them or two of them, and something happened and Bob ended up getting shot in the arm. I think Peter Tosh gets shot too. Some foul play had went on. And, it is what it is. Like he's a culture bandit, he's a culture vulture. You know, he stole from us, just like all the heathens always steal from us. Supercat, Sean Paul, always come through and steal. You know what I mean? Collie Buds, they all come and steal and get rich and move ahead. That Damian Marley, that Junior Gong, I don't know, but he find the pot of gold. But that nigga make music that's so black. I think it passed for black art. His
album as well. Just like his father, he links up with black people. He links up with Nas and got an album with Nas and T from Black people.
His music is about the only thing that's acceptable, but everybody else on is trash. You know what I mean? But anyway, so it goes.
So it got some time. But oh, man, the kingdom, we getting that back, man. In the kingdom, you know what I mean? Them kind of dances won't be accepted, man. We see that. We're cutting some
Right.
off, man. Yeah.
Also, Lucky said one more thing before you go, sir.
Yeah.
Even the white racists in the UK, the reggae they listen to is Bob Marley, man. That's the reggae that they listen to in the UK, man.
See, they ain't listening to no Bird and Spear and them, man. They ain't listening to no Christopher Columbus was a damn blasted liar.
Burning Spear.
They ain't listening to that at all. You know what I mean?
They don't want to hear that. Hazard Ab said real Rastaman agreed with Peter Tosh, ended up calling him a prophet of God along with Garnet Silk and a little bit of Anthony B and next man.
Yeah. There was a whole difference between that movement Bob Marley was pushing and the authentic reggae. You know, I mean, there was a big difference. There was a difference in the taste, in the culture of it, in the reception of it. It's just like hip hop today. Like hip hop originally was struggle music, just like reggae. It was singing about our pain, and now the shit get marketable. So now Eminem could sing about whatever. You know what I mean? And now he's deemed as he's so great and whatever. Same thing with Bob Marley. Just hijack the culture, man. Make it whatever they want to. So, about that time.
Boy, that's episode. 36th episode of On the Ends. The water, Captain Bashak for coming through. Water Officer Dunbar. Quatazar for coming through, man. And all my viewers as well, man. Hazard up, big up yourself. Top one, big up yourself. You else is up in there? D-Dubs. Big up yourself as well, man. You else? Big up yourself. Shara Parr. Allah. Yashar Banaf. Cole Younger. You know what I mean? Like, share, subscribe, man. For logging. Big up to everybody, man. You know
Listen, don't forget. Don't forget tomorrow night, 9 p.m. live on Command and Journey Hana show. You know what I mean? 9 p.m. Eastern time, 2 a.m. UK time. Command and Journey Hana taking on the Proud Boys. It's going to be a bloodbath. I'm warning you. It's going to be a bloodbath. Get your popcorn. You know what I mean? Get your drink. Sit down in front of the computer. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. But come tomorrow night, brother, you're gonna see a whole you're gonna see a whole different level to the art of war. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. And the devil, he is going to admit he is the devil. You're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. He'll have no other choice. So make sure you tune in tomorrow night, 9 p.m. All right.
With that, sir, shalom.
Shalom. Yeah, Shabbat.
Shalom. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shop Rakatha, Yahweh Shemal Ladon Bashim, Yahweh Shah to the sisters. I'm Prince and Captain Yatazak with the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, telling you to come out to the 52nd annual Passover under Commanding General Yahanna. Yeah, man, it's going to be at the ranch, man, the BH Ranch. And it's going to be a glorious event. April 24th, come to Houston, Texas, where we're going to serve the Lord the way he's supposed to be served. You understand? We're going to celebrate the destruction of our enemies in the BH Ranch, and it's going to be a glorious event. Make sure you come out, man. It's going to be a $200 fee to get in, but let me tell you something. You're going to enjoy yourself. This is going to be the best event you've ever been to in your life. So I'm going to tell you, man, 1414 9 Player Street, come out, man, and enjoy the brotherhood and sisterhood under Christ. With that, Shalom.